Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Geekin Out. I'm yours truly, Don Meister here. But audio of mine, do or do not. There is no try on a Saturday evening stream, y'all. And yo, the do or do not on the Mark 6 2.0 Iron Man Mark 6 Gantry set 2.0. Everybody, the suit that got away. Y'all know this. This is the suit that I canceled years ago. This is the suit that I put down on my top regrets of all time. The Iron Man Mark 6 and all its freaking glory. And Hot Toys, oh my God, Hot Toys freaking did not disappoint with the delivery on this. There are those that said this day will never come. What are they to say now?
And see how our faith has been rewarded.
There are those that said this day will never come. What are they to say now? What are they to say now?
What are they to say now? Thank you, Martin, for that clip. But anyway, guys, I'm here with the boys today, DonPrime and CMB. What is up, y'all?
What's going on? Happy Saturday, everybody.
I know. It's lazy Saturday with your hot toys. No Narnia today.
No Narnia today. Yo, man, yo. I know Mark 1 came out, but Hotto was like, yeah, let's drop the Mark 6 real quick. Y'all, here's the thing, though. You know what frightens me about this? Is the fact that this is just January. What's going to happen in Summer Showcase?
Do you really want to know? The Mark II. Because we already know the Mark the Mark III is getting a 2.0 in the updated scale. So if you're going for your Hall of Armor, you'll actually have an appropriately scaled one. So again, it's one of those things. They came out with the Mark III, the new version. Guess what? That's an automatic, not if it's going to happen, it's only a matter of when. Because it's the same damn suit aside from colors. You know, throw a little Hot Rod Red on it, Jarvis. They're the same suit. Well,
let's go even bigger. Let's think more of the direction. Let's go even bigger.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're getting at. You're talking Ironmonger. Ironmonger 2.0. Yeah.
Ironmonger 2.0. Man, hell, this is only the tip of the iceberg with Marvel. Star Wars. They could hit out a whole bunch of Star Wars showcase.
I mean, man. I'm going to be honest. If they're going to be retouching up on old Iron Man properties, again, we're getting a 2.0 of the Mark 6. I don't think anyone's actually thinking about another figure or set of figures we could get. The Hammer Droids.
Ah, you beat me to it. I was about to say Hammer Drones and a Whiplash armor suit 2.0.
2.0? Yeah. If they're going back and giving us a whole bunch of niceties, man, I welcome it, bruh. I welcome the challenge, because the Mark 6 2.0 is without doubt perfection. I mean, damn, for $655 out the door, well, about $100 more, add tax and shipping. But seriously, deluxe edition with this, dude, the damn freaking suit is amazing. It's immaculate, okay? Like, they really upped the paint job on the Mark II, the Mark 2. The Mark 6 2.0. Mm-hmm. And then the only way to get the internal mechanics is through the deluxe set. You can't get the internal mechanics with the collector's edition. So if you guys were looking to get those pieces there, the only way to get it is with the deluxe version and to get the Gantry set. Now, the Gantry set, you can get it separately. But this piece, though, bruh, wow, this is a massive piece. It is freaking beautiful. The 655, I thought it was going to be more, but the 655 ain't too bad as of right now, because this thing is beautiful, man. Wow. Are y'all considering picking this up?
No.
So it's a do not for all of you.
I don't like the triangle.
I'm not really an Iron Man fan, so for me, and I asked my kid because he's an Iron Man fan. He's debating on whether or not because he doesn't like the Gantry setup, so he's debating on whether or not he just wants the Iron Man Mark 6 solo. So
okay, the Mark 6 solo. Well, I'm gonna go over to the actual post because with the new Sideshow setup, I can't zoom in anymore, which sucks. I'm like, damn you, Sideshow. Like, I don't mind the new setup, but damn, Sideshow, can you add back the zoom feature? So I'm gonna go back to the Facebook page. Let me see if there's anything else that that Sideshow says in the description real quick before we move on. Known as this universe genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, was a hit with the fans and audience. Designed with great attention to mechanical details, Iron Man Mark 6 2.0 with the suit-up Gantry on the roof of the Stark Tower is brought to life as an impressive collectible set inspired by the Marvel Studios Avengers. The screen-accurate Iron Man figure made in die-cast material measures over 32 centimeters tall, includes a newly developed head sculpt. Oh my god, I think it's beautiful. Robert Downey Jr. in the likeness of Tony Stark. LED light-up helmet with interchangeable masks, movie-accurate proportions, and detailed armor design. Metallic red, gold, and silver colored armor. Interchangeable battery damaged chest armor. Ooh, and removable parts of the shoulder and thigh. Hidden compartments on the shoulders to reveal weapons. The Cisco suit Gantry stands approximately 42 centimeters tall. Damn. When fully assembled, features multiple articulated mechanical arms and the adjustable annual tonal design, finished with metallic painting applications. The authenticality crafted suit-up Gantry suit accessory set, powered by USB. There you go. That's what I was looking for. USB powered. Yes. All right. Now, is the suit USB powered? That's what I want to know. It would be pretty cool if the suit is actually USB powered because it says the Gantry is USB powered, which is still cool. Let me see what's in the box.
Best way to find out: go to the solo Mark 6 and then read the description for the solo one.
No, it's right there. LED light helmet, battery operated.
Okay.
Battery operated. It's okay. It's okay. I guess they just gave us the USB powered set for the Gantry. I was hoping so that means Iron Man Mark 6 3.0 then will be the USB powered.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The most likely next Iron Man we see that probably may have a USB function. And again, we were just talking about it. It's probably going to be a Mark II. And I know other people have brought it up. Okay, obviously Mark II was also a big part of Iron Man 2. Now, they've already done multiple versions of Mark II. One of them was the Unleashed version, where you literally could deconstruct it. So what I'm thinking is the Mark II, we might see a 2.0, but it's not going to be an Iron Man 1. It's going to be a Mark II from Iron Man 2 that's going to be die-cast. However, it's going to basically steal a lot of these same design elements where you can physically deconstruct the suit. And if they do that, you potentially would get a actual figure of Brody in his flight suit.
That'd be pretty cool. The Mark 1 is my final Iron Man for my collection. I got all the key suits going hard on the Star Wars and random IP, Marvel Phase 4 and 5, and all the Disney Plus series has crapped the bed and is ruining Legacy Marvel. Well, we'll see what happens with the next phase, Haylorian. But I know that's your gif. Yeah, it's the whole hate is fueled by your Mandalorianness. Okay, so let's go. That Haylorian. With the exception of Spider-Man No Way Home. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. So, those of you in the chat, I am going to bring up a vote system for you guys, the do or do not on this set. I am going to do 2 more on that one as well, where it's going to be a do or do not, but then there's going to be you just getting the Gantry, and then you're just getting the Iron Man by itself. But I do like to hear, so Don, why would you not pick this one up? And if there is an option for just a solo piece, but Mark says,
yeah, I mean, I do not like the triangle. I know,
really.
I don't. And I know, especially with the end scene fighting the Hammeroid attack with Mark One War Machine, and it just aesthetically to me doesn't look right. Now I know in the different Iron Legion suits, and as he went up further when it was, going more into that organic design, yeah, I completely understand it. But this is still supposed to be one of his, the original 7 suits. And again, to me personally, and again, my opinion, I just don't like it. I don't think it looks right.
Okay, so the Iron Man Mark 6 was not your favorite.
No.
Suit. Okay.
No. Now the Gantry though, that's one of those things. If it's US, since it's also USB powered, as a standalone piece, that might be a little different though.
Ooh, so you might get the you could buy the solo. You can.
Yeah, the Gantry solo. So, I don't know.
Okay. And of course, CB, he's not an Iron Man fan, but if you were going to pick up an Iron Man suit, which would you prefer to pick up then?
Oh, CB, you there?
For me,
yeah.
It's just I already got the one I wanted. Was the Hulkbuster. That was the only Iron Man suit I ever wanted.
Okay, so you're pretty much set. You're good just to keep the Hulkbuster.
The only other one I want is the BD-85, but that's just because of the moment for Endgame. But those are the only 2 Iron Men I've ever wanted, was Hulkbuster and Battle Damage 85. Okay. I leave the rest as far as Iron Man collecting up to my son because that's his dude.
That's his dude. All right.
I'm just going to tell you, if you get Battle Damage 85, you almost have to get Rescue. You almost have to.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't care. I don't need it. I have Endgame Cap and I have Bro Thor. So all I need is literally Battle Damage 85, and I got the trio. I just care about the trio.
Well, Don, to be fair, the only moment that really sells the rescue suit is the moment where the clean Mark 85 was with her, blasting the hell out the army, right? That's the only moment.
Come on, I've got my Battle Damage Mark 85, and I've got Pepper putting her hand on him, like on his face, like I got that in my Magic case right now.
That's good. That's good.
I'm good.
I'm getting Rescue as well, but the thing
I'm not losing any sleep over Rescue, so I'm good.
I feel that the moment that you would get Rescue is when you have the clean Mark 85. You want to recreate that attack mode, that quad attack mode with her and back-to-back mode that they were doing. So that's but also that's pretty cool too, where you have the Rescue just saying
the goodbye. Yeah.
Saying the goodbye to Tony Stark. That's still a good display too. So I say do not, because I need to focus. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Maintain your focus, because you have your own collection, you have your own ideas. Collect your way at this point. Rule number 3 in Nate's rules: collect your way. So it's okay that this is going to be a piece, especially for me, because when I first started collecting Hot Toys, and then I went back to Funko with 2016, my first Hot Toy was Rogue One Darth Vader. I pretty much quit doing Hot Toys because Funko was dropping so much stuff. I was like, you know what? I still love Funko. Like, my heart was still there for Funko Pops. But then Endgame happened. I'm like, I need this set. So I went bonkers on buying Hot Toys. But the thing is, in 2016, I had to cancel on the Mark 6, the original one, the original Mark 6. And that hit me for years, because that was the suit I wanted in my collection. That was the suit that got away. I've always said it. That was the Iron Man Mark 6, the one that got away. The Hot Toy I had most regret for. Like, people have regrets for their World War Thor, their Hulks. For me, it was that Iron Man Mark 6, and it did get away. And I'm so freaking happy that Hot Toys has dropped this, man.
You know what? Now that the more you're talking about it, the more I'm thinking, since Loki finally released, what if we go back and we actually get a 2.0 Avengers 2012? Because that would be perfect to bounce off of this, especially, the scene, he's coming down, he's like, drink, it's like, I have an army, we have a Hulk. I mean, I definitely could see, if they're going back on all their old licenses, again, this is Avengers, I mean, at this point, I think they're going to go back and milk the cow some more and go back on 2.0 and 3.0s.
Please, Don, please put that in the universe for me because I would like a 2.0 Hulk from Avengers.
Speak it into the ether, and it shall happen.
Yes, yes.
Some guy, it's the Mark IV, because the Hot Toys Mark IV actually comes with a box from Randy's Donut and a donut and a coffee.
So, all right, guys, I've been thinking about this the past few days, and I know it will surprise you. Well, not really, but I am going to break my one rule when it comes to Iron Man. I don't army build the same Iron Man. I don't. I collect Iron Man, but I don't buy twice on the same Iron Man, okay? I am going to have to double up on the Iron Man Mark 6 2.0. I am army building on the Iron Man Mark 6. I'm getting one solo and one 2.0 Gantry set. It's coming home. It's because what I want to do in my display is the Iron Man Mark 6 and the War Machine Mark 1 together displayed, and then I want to display the moment where Iron Man is on the Gantry set. It's coming. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. This is the display I want to do right here. Right here. I am army building one solo and one Mark 6 Gantry set. I'm doing it, y'all. I'm doing it.
I'm going to be honest, and I'm actually going to say I think Hot Toys kind of dropped the ball a little bit, considering they have 2 SKUs for this. Well, technically 3.
Three.
Okay, so you can get the Gantry by itself, you can get the figure by itself, or you can get the combo pack. I think Hot Toys would have been better just to stick with 2 SKUs. And hear me out. So basically, you have the one with the full Gantry. It's got all the bells and whistles. That's got the internal schematic parts. That's great. Now, but I'm thinking, if for the other figure without the Gantry, what they should have done is have the carrying display storage unit that Stark had the remote for, and that actually had the suit in there, almost like the Hall of Armor, except it's, a secured blocker. That should have possibly been like the different SKU, So instead of it, being like 335, it's like 380, but you also essentially have an armored Hall of Armor on the helicarrier, that version.
So Don, I think it's still going to sell no matter what. Kind of like what happened with the they did the same thing with the Mark IV quarter scale. They had the set with the Iron Man, then the Iron Man by itself, and then I think they were just copying and pasting what they did with the Mark IV quarter scale. And I think it still sells, but I do agree. I think I love that idea too. I do like that idea with the helicarrier. I do like that. I think that was a good idea. I wish they added a bit more with the thing is they would have just added more deluxe accessories to the Gantry set as well, and you could get it by itself too. So it is what it is. But I do agree that I think they did drop the ball slightly on that. Oh my God, I ruffled some feathers. 6603, you have lost your damn mind alert. Hey, I do what I want. I do what I want. Okay, I do it because I like it. Okay, I'm not crazy.
I want you to know that I do it all again. This is a circus, all right? It's a charade. It's an act. It's bullshit about how crazy I am. I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay? I know what I did. I know who I am. Down, I did it because I like it. Hell, I loved it. I'm saying, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening. Not on my watch.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna do it again, y'all.
And again, you cannot stop me.
I smoke, I drink, I do what I want.
Oh man, no real talk though. I am gonna double up on the Mark 6. That's my punishment for missing out the first time with the cancellation. Because if I had kept that Mark 6 order years ago, I would not have doubled up now. So because I still wanted to create that display on my shelf where Mark 6 and War Machine are together, blasted from Iron Man 2, right? So with Avengers, I do like that Gantry set. I do want to put my Mark 6 on there. So I won't be able to create the moment with War Machine and Mark 6 if I have Mark 6 on the Gantry. It's not going to happen, you know? So I have to get 2 of these. One solo and one. And now what I love is that the solo version does come with the head sculpt. So they didn't put the head sculpt behind a paywall with the deluxe set. So thank you, Hot Toys, for that, because I now could have the head sculpt if I want to do a solo look where he's just wearing the head sculpt. You know, just, you know, he's on his head sculpt versus wearing a helmet. Yep. Yep.
Goose Fava. Goose Fava.
Goose Fava.
Not to be confused with Wusa.
Wusa.
That's Bad Boys. Goose Fraba is anger management.
Yeah, anger management. I get what you're saying. I also got the
I said over easy.
Over easy.
No sling slangers, flim flams, will whoppers, or zip zappers.
Damn. So let me drop the Wusa. I don't have the Goose Fraba. I have the Wusa.
Goose Fraba.
Wusa.
I love that one. I love it. Man. My name is Nate, and I'm on the Iron Man suit RB. Oh, damn. That's DeLorean money. Oh, that is true. That is DeLorean money right there. Shoot. Yeah, you have lost your damn mind. Solo. Right. Oh my God,
Nate, you're literally going to become that the meme template. Corporate needs you to take a look at these 2 pictures.
Oh, they're the same. They're the same. Nate has gone. Bye, Egon. What do you got left? Just Hot Toys, man. That's all I have left. Is just Hot Toys and shipper boxes. Remember the army shipper box I had stored up here? They just fell and they almost killed me. Good times. Good times. So I'm on the Facebook page because this is the only way to zoom in. So it looks great, man. This Gantry set, even if you don't like the Mark 6, you can, I like the option where they let you purchase the Gantry set by itself. And I think the reason why they did that because they have collectors that already have the Mark 6 original. And they're like, you know what? If you want to upgrade, there's the Gantry set to pick up.
I mean, I'm looking at the Gantry, and the more I look at it, I'm seeing potential for a kit basher or a customizer to take that and make freaking Stargate.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're right. You could do that. Yep. That would be cool. You just have
I mean, and I'm not like the scam Stargate you see like on Instagram or Facebook, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like I could totally see someone, you know, using this as the base, and then because I know there's they've been around for years. They have like the holographic light boxes.
Yeah.
Like if you put the Stark in. So, I mean, I guarantee you somebody's already thinking about this. They're already planning. Within a couple of weeks of this coming out, in Hong Kong, someone's going to modify this and make this into a freaking custom Stargate. So
it's large enough too, man. Look at that. You're right. That's a good idea, Don. Damn.
It is.
That's a really good idea.
That idea is copyrighted by Boulder and Boulder Inc.
Buddy, Nate is gone. I am what remains. Okay. I'll throw you the Vader clip. I am what remains. Anakin is gone.
Anakin's gone. I am what remains.
I am what remains. Hot Toys remains. Now, how you guys feel about the head sculpt? I think Hot Toys is knocking it out of the park with the head sculpt, personally.
Dude, I think it's a great head sculpt. I don't understand why some people are complaining about this. I mean, like we said, there are people who do the real life photo and then the Hot Toys comparisons and split them down the middle, and it matches up identically. So I really don't see what the complaint is. I mean, it's got Robert Downey Jr.'s smirk down to the T.
Yeah.
Even like his his dimple marks and the creases in his face, even his brow, the way it comes down. It's like it's Robert Downey Jr. I mean, what else would you want?
Yeah, I see this and I'm thinking the line, "I was defending a hemorrhoid attack." You know, because you got that smirk.
Damn, man, that smirk is good. Look at that.
Yeah,
that's Tony, bro.
yeah,
Bruh.
It's got all his little, natural skin creases and the
Mhm.
little dimple. It's got everything down to the T. Like, I guess maybe people still have a bad taste in their mouth with the Tony Stank head sculpt, so they're never gonna let it live. It's never gonna live itself down. It's just they keep going back to that. But I mean, this sculpture is a sculpt, not sculpture, but this sculpt is, to me, it's awesome. I give it 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
And like I said, I'm not even an Iron Man fan. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think is it perfect? No, because there's no such thing as perfect. But damn near close to, like I said, this basically is Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Also, the lighting does take away some stuff. I do agree with Hot Toys Nightmare. Sometimes the lighting is all over the place with when they take photos, but when it's on right, it's perfection.
Yeah, because you can even see the different lighting. You can see technically 3 to 4 different shades of light just on his forehead, because that's the position that the photo was taken in. You have contrasting light bouncing off, then you have one light source that's almost seems like it's too far out. That's illuminating the right side. So, I mean, this isn't necessarily a great lighting photo, but even still, you see everything. You see the facial hair. Again, you see that little smirk, and then you see the cheek muscle moving up in correspondence with that smirk. So that means they actually studied like muscle texture and definition and how it works in the ligaments and around the mouth. I mean, this is actually a very impressive head sculpt, because not only it's just a head sculpt, they've actually managed to get the actual facial like ligament movements applied on the head sculpt.
Every time I see this head sculpt, all I picture in my head are just his quick, snarky remarks throughout the movies, like because of that smirk. Because every time he made a snarky remark, whether it be to the bad guys or to his own team or even to Pepper, like he always has this smirk.
I also want to say, though, those of you that are saying that this is not Tony Stark, this is not Robert Downey Jr., I was hearing people saying this was a 6.5 or 5.5 or something. I'm like, damn, think it through, guys. Come on, you out of your damn minds. Think it through.
Think it through.
Think it through, guys. Come on.
Am I taking crazy pills?
Am I taking crazy pills?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
I must be crazy. I must be crazy because I don't see Tony. I see Tony Stark all the way. I must be crazy.
I see a school for ants. Sorry.
His expression looks like he is reliving himself in his Iron Man suit, bro.
Wait. How do I go to the bathroom? It's just like that,
bruh. Collection obsession. My obsession something. Nate, I have the prior Mark 6 for my Hall of Armor. Now I'm going to get the Mark 6 2.0 figure by itself to be teamed up with War Machine, and I'm getting the Mark 6 with the Gantry to be in transformation. Also, you are getting the Mark 6. Yo, join up! Let's go, Army Build Squad gang! Let's go, Army Build, y'all. This is the suit the Army build with, man. I never thought I would Army build an Iron Man, but this suit, it had to.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, though, technically the Mark 6, prior to like Avengers, well, even in Avengers, actually might have had the most screen time, because it was for the 40% of Iron Man 2, then for most of Iron Man for the Avengers, aside from New York. So.
Yeah, I love to call this suit, the Mark 6, the unsung Avenger suit, because we all know the first Avenger suit is the Mark 7, but the Mark 6, I personally feel it is the unsung Avenger suit. The one. Well, this
This is technically the last of his original design suit, because even though the Mark 7 is still in the original 7, the Mark 7 was specifically designed as a full combat suit. That's why it actually has flight thrusters. It has all the missile pods, has the detachable stuff, because that was literally designed as a combat suit. Where this is the last, normal Iron Man suit, that he made with the same process with Jarvis. So
yeah. I was going to bring up collection obsession. I know I'm crazy, but I got to have them. Hey! Join the party, my good sir. Join the party, all right? Because I am crazy as well. Okay, I am crazy. I'm on my damn mind. All right, I'm gonna army build just along with you. Hey man, have shipper boxes galore with you know, we're gonna make a bed off these shipper boxes. We're gonna make a fortress off these shipper boxes, my guys. Oh,
go to Nate. Go to Nate's house and be like, "Where's your furniture? Furniture? What's that?"
The boxes are the furniture. It's modular.
Look, I made these shipper boxes into a table. I got a shipper boxes of chairs, even a bed. I don't need furniture.
Hey, I mean, the beds at the Olympics were made out of cardboard.
Yeah.
I think the Mark 50 has the most screen time. I think, you know what? I think the Mark 50 does.
It'd be close.
It's close, right? Yeah. Because, damn. And also, that's the one that a lot of people freaking army build just for the accessories. It's ridiculous. I'm like,
well, when you buy a Mark 50, get the $250 accessory kit for free.
Yep. Let me see. This look he had probably when the Hulk was slamming Loki back and forth on the ground. That is the look. Let's go back to that. Look at that smile.
Hey God.
Look at that smile.
Oh yeah. Well, we got a Hulk.
Yeah.
Yep.
These thumbs are official. People want the same head sculpts when then get upset with Hot Toys updated versions of the same figure. Example, Doc Brown. You know, I feel that innovation is always good. Like, I don't mind Hot Toys taking the leap of faith and, you know, taking risks. This is a risk move here. This is a risk move, and I support it. I definitely support this because I want to see more expression. I want to see more, you know, excitement. Like for me, I'll say it before I say it again. This store here, I wish this was the Screaming Sculpt. Because when the moment when Captain America says Avengers assemble, all you hear is Thor screaming, "Rah!" That's what I want from this head sculpt. I wish we did get the Screaming Sculpt for this head sculpt. And maybe one day we'll get a Thor head sculpt that screams, you know?
Oh, I mean, at this point, like you're saying, I'm kind of surprised the third-party company hasn't gone and done something like, you know, this is a trap head sculpt. Fine, as long he's pissed, like whatever happens, but like like they all know it's a trap, and he's like, fine, let's kill him again proper this time.
Yeah. Thank you, Darren. Everyone, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Please hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate you. And also hit that like button if you're enjoying the content we're putting out. I do appreciate that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, guys, this stream will be the last stream for the weekend because I'm going to be on vacation tomorrow. But I am going to join up with the Nobi stream Sunday night. So look forward to that. And also, I'll be joining Mafia stream tonight as well. Mafia has his own stream going tonight. And now I won't be here, you know, with my collection. I'm going to be, at this point, my green screen. Yeah, this is green screen behind me, guys. Okay, so apparently everyone's calling this a green screen. Yeah, this Watt over here, he's also a green screen. Look at that. Like,
well, you mean a blue screen?
Don't touch me. You don't have money. Don't touch me.
Blue screens don't work on me. Only money.
Yeah. So I won't be having my collection on my green screen over at the other place
behind you to prove it's not a green screen. Touch the glass behind you.
Yeah, and no Ghost Riders. Remember, we're not using our Ghost Riders now, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's get Geeking Out to 3,000 subscribers. This can be done ASAP. I do appreciate that, guys.
Thank you.
I do appreciate that, guys, because I want to give away a hot toy. Okay, we have a hot toy ready to give away at 3,000 subscribers. So I do want to give one away. I know we've been giving away so much already, but like I said before, at 3,000 subscribers, we are giving away a hot toy. Wait, Nate's on Mafia? Yeah, tonight. I'll be on Mafia tonight. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm on drinkcation. After this stream, I'm drinkcation. I'm gonna go to my buddies. I'm gonna drink it up, and I'm gonna take my equipment with me. I'm gonna take my computer and my my webcam and stuff. But I won't take my collection with me. I won't take my green screen with me. Okay. So
no Hulkbuster in the bathtub moment?
No, he's gonna be savior.
The next Geekin Out stream is gonna be Nate in the ER getting his stomach pumped.
Damn. Oh wait, Single Starfire brought up he wanted the play the toilet hug Tony video. Oh, you know what? I got you, fam. Okay. I haven't played that one in a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, the deleted scene on the C1 on the C5.
The C1,
oh no, the C17.
Right? C17.
That was 17.
Right.
If everybody was there for the last 24-hour stream, they know where this one comes from. Then.
Yep.
Yeah, this is me right here.
I'm serious. Give me a little space. I can't.
Get up.
Oh God, I can't go through it. I'm telling you.
We don't have time for this. We have to go.
Oh God, you don't want to see that. Oh. Where am I? Do I look weird?
Yeah, you look like you look every day. You look like you have a hangover.
I was there, Gandalf. I saw the recycling live on stream.
Yep. I mean, I just want to know what freaking kind of C17 is a toilet like that.
Oh, damn. Oh,
apparently, Tony's playing because of this actual toilet.
Dude, that'd be cool if the 3.0 Mark 6 comes with the 3.0 Mark 6 with the USB powered comes with a toilet, a 1/6 scale toilet.
Or you know what? Again, for those who are watching, they want to subscribe, give a donation to Nate. A 1/6 scale toilet from eBay from China may work.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Buy one 1/6 scale toilet and then recreate that deleted scene.
Well, let me see. And
then buy a 1/6 scale Gundam hat with some headphones and put it on top.
Oh, you know what?
It'd definitely be Nate.
Oh, damn. You know what? What I want is Martin to put the Gundam hat on this Tony Stark. I love that. Let's go. Let's make it happen. But I wouldn't mind a 1/6 scale Nate Meister with the jacket and a 1/6 scale hat. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, me, it's easy. Just do a Bill Bird head sculpt.
Yep. But this piece, though, I'm excited, man, because like I said before, this is a suit that got away from me because I made the decision to go into Funkles and leave Hot Toys behind. My first Hot Toy was the World 1 Darth Vader from 2016, but then I left to go back to Funkles. But then when I came back collecting Hot Toys again, this suit still haunts me to this day.
Nate, can you enhance this? I just go back to that last photo. So again, I don't know if people can see. So you see how it has that blue light? So there are actual internal blue LED setups inside the chest cavity like the Mark IV. And again, I know people are complaining like Sean, sorry, but essentially the Mark IV and the Mark VI, they're literally the same essential suit. It's just the arc reactor and the core element was, different. But the accessories are the same. The lighting setup is the same. And for me, that's another reason why I don't necessarily feel I need to get the Mark VI, combined with the fact I don't like the triangle. If I didn't have issues with the triangle, that's maybe another little different thing. But I mean, again, I don't necessarily feel I need the Mark VI, nor do I like it enough to justify me buying it.
So you're pretty much not on board with this one. I get it. I know the triangle. I love the triangle personally. I think the triangle has always been a fun thing for me with the Iron Man Mark VI, and I did miss it when they went into the Mark VII and the triangle didn't come back. I did miss the triangle, but you do see the triangle within the circle when you
inside the arc reactor. That I don't have a problem with. It's the circular arc reactor, but it has like the triangle element. Yeah.
Good afternoon, all. What do we do to deserve a Saturday afternoon stream? Because the people deserve prizes like this, right? The opportunities to enjoy more content, right? So we give back to you, the people.
Opportunity, and we give it back to you, the people. Gotham is yours.
Gotham is yours. For the people, of course, for the people. But yeah, Don. I do like you pointed this out as well. You know what sucks though is that I'm surprised the Mark VI did not get the USB treatment like the what's that suit up markup that
the Mark V?
No, not the Mark V. What's that one?
Oh, the Mark VII?
No. The Centurion. That's a USB powered suit.
Yeah, that's USB powered. But I mean, I'm gonna have to assume at this point they may not have the internal like wiring set up. because these, I mean, compared to some of the other figures, these are very easy to actually wire. Now, once you start getting into some of the other suits or even potential House Party Protocol 2.0s, then you're going to run into a potential issue, especially if they have the other lights, or like with the more advanced Iron Man suits where they have like the actual LEDs in the legs and then different parts of the chest, especially starting around like the 46. You're running into an issue, especially if with the arms and the legs for USB, unless they can find a way to actually have the peg joint that slips into the shoulder from the arm have like a reconnection switch, or they do a magnetic field coil like they do for some Gundam kits. I don't know if you can do the whole figure as a one-off USB like in the chest. I mean, it's almost to the point where like Mark 1, it's one light in the chest and then there's one small light on the arm, but they can get away with that because they can run the wires and it looks part of the figure. But with this, I don't know if they could rationally do one USB for the lights in the chest, the head, the arms, because again, there's no way to connect the power source without like that reed switch. But then again, anyone who knows electronics and reed switches, you put that on the joint, you're going to damage that the first time you move it.
Okay. Again, guys, the bow damage, like, not the bow damage, but it's like the mechanical portions of the inside of the suit. You can't get this without purchasing the deluxe set. So you got to purchase the deluxe set to get the mechanical stuff. You can't get the mechanical internals buying it separately with the Iron Man Mark 6 2.0. That's separate, So the deluxe set is the only way to get the mechanical internals. But either way, it's just a throw-in because most people will just buy the deluxe set because of that Gantry set. But also those collectors that do want to get the Mark 6, the Mark 6 Gantry, and that already has the Mark 6 at home, you can buy the Gantry set separately.
I'll just tell you this, though. When I'm seeing all these additional parts, I am almost thinking that Hot Toys may drop a Tony Stark work kit 2.0. Because remember, for Iron Man 3, they did the accessory set where they included like the different face masks. They included the Stark Industries table. They included some of like the magazines and stuff. And that set alone, right now, still going for north of $180. So I'm thinking, again, especially with everybody who's buying the test suit Stark and like everybody else that I know, we're building our own, displays with the different Toys Box Stark desks that you can get because there's at least 3 or 4 different versions. We want like parts we can, spread around to show that it's like the Stark lab. So again, they would not be dropping this money on some of these parts and molding and research unless they were going to someday reissue them or put them as part of a different set to recoup those costs. Because again, I mean, anybody who knows anything about manufacturing, you don't put the money in for new molds because not only is it the mold, you have to retool the factory. And it's not cheap to retool a factory. So again, you don't put the money into a mold for the most part unless you're going to reuse that mold at a later date to recoup those costs and become more profitable.
But it's quite surprising to me that this could have been a summer showcase release like they did with the Mark III, right? This could have been a showcase release, summer showcase release for pre-order. But it's crazy that they started out this early with all these bangers already. And I'm here like, damn, man, I can't wait to see what Hot Toys has in store for us to destroy our wallets in this summer. Because summer showcase is where they go all the stuff. They go bananas with their pre-orders, releases, and stuff like that, and their prototypes, what have you.
You know what though? Watch them do a quarter because again, there's already the quarter scale Mark III. Watch them do a quarter scale Ironmonger.
Ooh, damn!
Damn, that thing would be huge.
Damn, that'd be ridiculous.
That might be bigger than my freaking quarter scale Apollo astronaut statue. Damn.
Yo, you're going in on that one. But honestly, I would just want an Ironmonger. But that'd be cool though. The quarter scale Ironmonger, you still play around.
Well, the funny thing is, you get a quarter scale Ironmonger arm to put on the display base, It's just like the front, like the forearm. So I'm looking at that. Yeah, that might actually be too big. Think about it.
But I'd rather go for the Ironmonger 2.0. If they're going back, I wouldn't mind. And then again, the Ironmonger quarter scale. The only reason why I would pick that up is because it's just it'll be a massive piece, right? And also, you can still in a way use it with your 1/6 scale figures because it's just at this point it's just a bigger Ironmonger boss fight with you and your Iron Man suits. So, but that'd be ridiculous trying to fit that somewhere. But I wouldn't mind a 2.0 version. The 2.0 with diecast and possibly a USB power setup. I doubt they'll probably throw a USB power because the Mark 6 didn't get a USB power. Hot Toys has been curve stomping my wallet for a while now. Diablo Fett, you have no idea. You have no idea. And I agree with you, man. It's getting crazy. I mean, it's just January. It's just January. It's, oh my God, man. What's that meme? I know it's a meme with Alec Baldwin where he's like talking to his subordinate. And she's like, man, what a year, huh? It's just January.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Do you really want me to say what they could possibly drop for Iron Man, and we're only in January? All right, so how many years has it been since Mark 7 came out and sold out? So guess what? We're going to get the Mark 7. Potentially, we can get the white version for the subarctic version. We can get the black version for that stealth version. I mean, there are a couple of different Mark 7 variations that we definitely could see in diecast that will sell out.
They could reissue the blue stealth.
The blue stuff. Ooh, yeah.
Well, that's Mark 3, right?
Yeah, that's Mark 3.
So that will come after the Mark 3 has been released, you know. But yeah, that's definitely coming as well.
Mal, my question to you is: does this undervalue the original Mark 6?
No, I don't think so because it's totally different.
It's totally different, yes. But I want to see your thoughts on this because I know collectors are probably raffling their feathers right now because they probably spent $700 to $1,200 on the original Mark 6, and now Hot Toys drops a $700 piece like this with the Gantry set. You're
again, don't forget there was a third-party company also that made this Gantry as well. So that you can find that Gantry. That Gantry alone is going for $400 or $500, or it was prior to this being announced. So
yeah. But this is all you get pretty much, and this piece is gorgeous, man. Damn, I'm gonna have to figure out how I will display the Gantry sets because this is a massive piece. Remember, guys, this is a massive piece. This is like your damn freaking like you gotta think this through, like the original Gantry set from the Mark IV. And who's in the house? Loco Lu is in the house, y'all.
What's poppin', people?
Yeah.
What's good, guys?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man.
So much has gone off this Saturday morning. Holy crap. I couldn't even do my stream today.
Why? What happened?
I got off of work late and Jay couldn't make it. And Wi-Fi was not working.
Damn.
So when Wi-Fi is not working, I can't use my laptop. So that means I'll stream from my phone. But I already know how difficult it is to stream from a phone.
Yeah.
And especially when your data gets eaten up.
Damn. Yeah. So yeah, it's safe it was safer to not do the stream today because of what happened with your Wi-Fi. So
yeah,
it is what it is, man.
But the Wi-Fi started kicking in about an hour ago.
Okay. Oh, hey, welcome to the club.
That's
man.
that's why I'm here. So
Loco Lu, I have decided on stream that I will be army building the Mark 6.
Wait, how many we talking about army building? Because I know you say the rule of 2.
The rule 2. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one Mark 6 Gantry set with the Iron Man Mark 6, and then I'm gonna get the solo Mark 6.
Oh, wait. I knew you was going to do this already. What am I talking about? You was going to do the whole War Machine and Mark 6 back to back.
Yep.
Which is pretty much one of the reasons why I need to lock in that Mark 1. But I have to make sure I lock my wife in first. You know what I mean? I gotta get that ring, the wedding,
I got
all that
you,
other
man.
stuff. But this one right here, Mark 6, that's a definite yes. I'm putting my pre-order in for this guy.
Nice.
It's a beautiful piece, man. Hey, man, I'm glad you're joining in the club to get yourself the Mark 6 Gantry set.
Yes, because I'm sorry, that piece, that's a centerpiece. 1. 2, it was one of the coolest gantries. Because granted, we saw the gantry or a version of it in Iron Man 1. Mm-hmm. Then in Iron Man 2, we saw the one at the Stark Expo.
Yep.
Which is the common one that we see because it is the Mark IV suit that comes with that gantry one, because that's, you know, where he takes off his suit for the first time in that gantry. But in Avengers, the coolest one by far was this one. And they replicated well, very well, to perfection, with these shots showing us him, not just, you know, on a couple of steps. No, this is the gantry steps. So as he's walking, the gantry is pulling pieces off. And that is so Tony Starkish. That is so Iron Man slickness that it's like drifting into a parking spot, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
And look, kind of what I'm going, because this is also associated with that iconic scene where Stark's flying back right as the Mark 6 breaks down. He's going to see Loki. You know, he's like, well, my suit's seen a lot of, you know, damage. You got the glow stick of destiny. I mean, I'm thinking we might see in the Loki 2.0 as well.
No, well, technically speaking, the Loki 2.0 is still in process.
Well, I mean, specifically from Avengers. Like that specific with a super long head one. Like I know that it's yeah. I mean,
yeah. I see what you're saying, but I don't think that will be the case. And here's why: they're always going to have Iron Man. You know, like the well of Iron Man never runs dry.
That's true.
Never.
Yeah, no, but but what I'm saying is I'm going exactly what you're saying. You're going to use Iron Man to try and sell the other, you know, 2.0s of those figures. It's like, oh, you can do this scene, you can do that. Basically, I'm agreeing with you saying that they're going to use at this point, because they're going back and beating the dead horse again. It's like they're going to use Iron Man as the promotional aspect to it. Be like, hey, if we're doing this, then you're going to need a new 2.0 Loki, and then who else can they do? You know?
No, I see what you're saying.
2.0 Hulk.
2.0 Hulk.
There we go.
See, like CNB knows where I'm getting at. Like, this will be the caveat.
No, but I don't think that they're going to do a 2.0 Loki, because we're getting a 2.0 Loki.
The EndGame Loki.
Now, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting Loki
they just
now.
released that EndGame Loki, which he looks just like he did in Avengers.
Yep.
And we got Cap, the 2012 Cap from EndGame. That already fills in that void for those two characters. This 3.0, because let's be honest, it's a 3.0. It gives us the Mark 6 again with a different head sculpt and a base.
Now, let me support Don real quick on the idea of a 2.0 Loki. They can still throw as a Loki, but they can throw as the suit version where he was at the art gallery. Remember the art gallery?
Okay, all right. Yeah, he has this, and he has the cane.
Yeah. Because they could throw, they could throw as a proper head sculpt this time. You know what I mean? Like a apology from Hottoys. Like we apologize that the head sculpt of the 2.0 Logan from EndGame didn't come out as great, but here is a proper head sculpt of Loki, but you got to buy it through the 2.0 set from Avengers.
And that one may come with the purse system.
Yeah,
because remember that happened into the PERS toolbox in giving us these 3.0s, you know, And the only reason why I'm calling this a 3.0 is because this is the third time we see this figure. It's not a reissue. And it comes with new parts. It comes with a new head sculpt. It comes with a new gantry. Right? And that's going all out. You know, and if you don't go all out, you still get the new head. Look at that. That's all Tony. That look, that's Nate in the future.
Oh, that's me. That's me. Now look at that. Yep.
And you know, like CMB said, I'm with him all the way. You know, and you know what? In respects to Don, I see it too. If it goes into the suit factor the way Nate says it. Now, a 2.0 Hulk is long overdue. But this is my concern. Will they redo a Black Widow? Will they redo Thor? More importantly, will they give us a redo of Hawkeye?
I think they'll probably cherry pick the 2.0s they want to do for Avengers. Because honestly, I don't think they'll give us a Thor unless they really amp up the head sculpt with down. Because I'm not a big fan of the suit, of his suit that he wears in the Avengers. But I do like the head sculpt though. I do like the hair look he has.
Yeah. What about a 2.0 Hulk 2-pack where you get the 2.0 Hulk from Avengers and you get a 2.0 Bruce Banner?
I want a 2.0 Gladiator Hulk with Gladiator
Thor.
Yeah, Arena Thor and Gladiator Hulk 2.0. Make it a 2-pack.
I like that.
That'd be an impressive 2-pack at that point.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna be real, Hulk from Ragnarok, where he says, "Oh, big monster," his look there, where he has still the ripped jeans, but he's still in Hulk form, but he has that nice slick haircut. I want that Hulk. That's the Hulk I remember reading in the comics.
Actually, speaking about Ragnarok, I want a Hela 2.0.
Ooh.
Yeah, give us a Hela 2.0.
They could do that because they've been doing Grail killers for a while.
Yeah.
So,
hey,
CMB, just for you, it's going to be the Melissa McCarthy version.
No. I like Hottoys Hotline 2-pack here idea. Agent Coulson and Nick Fury 2-pack. God damn it! Yeah.
You know what? Though? I'm that.
Secret Invasion.
Coulson has to come with the luau shirt from when they brought him back to life and he was in Tahiti on vacation. Yep. They have to give him the luau shirt and the Mai Tai he was sipping on the beach.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. So Lou, I know you said that this sculpt is gorgeous, but do you feel that there's collectors out there that feel that it's not really that perfect? It's really like it's undergraded, like 6.6. Some people are saying it's like it's not Tony Stark, and I'm here like it is. I feel like it is.
All right. Here's the thing. When people first see this, it's a little jarring. Why? Because it's almost watching high definition in real life. When you see high definition on your TV, it kind of throws you off a little bit, especially on those like HD TVs, because the speed is sped up a little bit, right, in certain sections. So it messes your optics. And this is doing the same thing because remember, this is hand sculpted. This is not one-to-one cast. This is hand sculpted. Someone took time to, break down the wrinkles, break down the spots where the hair is growing in, spots that's the hair's growing to the side, how wide the eyelids are, for this particular piece. On top of that, the wrinkles on the cheeks when he's actually smiling. Now notice, everyone has issues when there's a facial expression involved. When there's teeth involved, people have an issue. Granted, chiclets is not one of our favorite things to see on a figure, but facial expressions do play a factor on making something not look 100%.
Look at that smirk. Like I said earlier, they nailed. It's not even Tony Stark. They nailed Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well,
So
and like you're saying, Loco, the people's brain, they can't accept the fact that the sculptor, they went and like look at his cheek and how it's up against his lip because he's got that smirk, whereas the other cheek it's just flat. People are having like their brain is having a difficult time accepting it.
Yeah, this is going to fall along the guides with those who feel like this is not accurate enough when they get cable in hand.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
This is gonna hit those specific individuals like that when they get cable in hand. Like, oh, you know what? This cable figure is like spot on. Actually,
Yep.
Granted the shirt, proportions and blah blah blah. But we're just talking about the head sculpt, right?
Yeah, it's Josh Brolin. I'm looking at it right now. It is Josh Brolin 1,000% from Deadpool.
Yeah. The only complaint like most of us had with Cable was just the shoulder and chest area was is missing his
traps.
Was it traps? He's missing his traps, and his chest wasn't as big. But I mean, when you add in all the clothing like the vest, the cape, it hides it, so it looks there you go, filler, and it fills it. So then you get the proportions correctly.
Yeah, I mean the only issue is without the
complaints about that cable. None whatsoever.
Yeah, my only complaint is the neck is probably 0.2 of an inch too tall.
Well, then again, he's one of those. But that's the thing. You have to like push the head in a little bit more into that ball cap. But I know you don't want to run the risk of scratching the neck and everything like that. But when you do compress that neck to make it look a little bit more seamless, that's when you get the perfection. That's when you get the actual look. But going back to this figure, there's nothing that they could do to change this. Granted, the lighting's different from the figure to this portrait shot. This is definitive Robert Downey Jr. in his happy-go-lucky, snarky, I'm a billionaire playboy
philanthropist. Yep.
And you're not going to say anything. But this is what I will say. This is not 100% accurate to the scene, because if I'm correct, he had either a bandage, a blood mark, or a scuff mark on his forehead somewhere. And if I'm wrong, I'll take that. If I'm wrong, I'll take that. I have to go rewatch Avengers to see that specific scene, unless
I saw it last night. Somebody posted on Facebook on replay. No, he was clean. He didn't have any damage on it. They're taking it from when he does the night flight, when he shows up at night
when he enters.
Comes walking in. When he's got that the meeting with Pepper. It's not from when he lands to go and talk with Loki before Hulk fights him. It's when he does the landing flight from nighttime and then goes to talk with Pepper. So he's clean. It's the one when he lands to talk with Loki, he's already beat up and bleeding.
Yes. Okay. So there I go. I stand corrected because this is from the alternate scene. So
yeah, it's from the beginning of the movie when we see that he's got the new Stark Tower and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even almost say it's from when they captured Loki before they fight. Like Cap's like, you need a plan of attack, and then Cap's like, and then Stark's like, I have a plan. Attack. That's what I'm thinking this is from. Like that scene.
Yeah.
His head sculpt is clean there too. His head sculpt, his face there is clean too inside the ship. So yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up real quick. Let's see, where was this comment at? Also, Hottoys Hotline, thank you for this photo you sent me. I wanted to discuss it, yeah, I agree. It looks great. Like this great comparison here. Thank you for the photo.
I mean, I almost at this point want to go to my box and grab my Mark V head sculpt and see how that compares.
Yeah, big shout out to Connor, man. Hottoys Hotline, man. He coming in here swinging.
So, are you going all in on 600? What's up?
I said with the 2.0s coming in full swing, right?
Okay, yeah.
People are going to have to make big, hard decisions on what they're going to tap into that's coming in. That's the new stuff that doesn't have a 2.0 versus the new 2.0 stuff. And we're going to get hit with another wave. And it's here already. It's already hitting top peak, right?
Yep.
And this price tag doesn't bother me. This is nothing. This is like, I know you was gonna ask about the price tag. This price tag is nothing. I believe that this is a fair price tag, considering I believe this is USB powered, correct?
Only the gantry is. The figure is not.
Yeah,
the figure is still battery.
Yeah. The gantry, perfect. Because honestly, USB powered figures is great when you have a nice display base and you can power it up and all that other stuff. But this one right here, this checks all boxes, right? Granted, it doesn't have USB power to the figure, but neither does the reissue Mark 1 War Machine. So this one goes back to that. So this checks all the boxes for me.
Yeah.
So, what better way to, be like, what better way to bring a figure that's pushing $1,000 on the aftermarket? It's pushing to that price tag. It was like $700 at one point, $800 at one point.
Yep.
Now you can take that price and justify it with the new.
With the new. So no, my next question to you is, does this undervalue that Iron Man Mark 6? Because I feel that with the new Mark 6, right, it'll be a lot harder for you to sell the original Mark 6 for the price that you're looking at $600-$700, like it was priced up at. I think.
Oh, now, yes.
Yes, it's going to be a lot harder. Yes.
Yeah, right now, yes. Because here's the thing: more bang for your buck. More bang for your buck. What does the original Mark 6 diecast have that this one doesn't? That's the question.
Well,
because remember,
go ahead.
Denobi, our boy Denobi, he always says it. It's not a 2.0 or a 3.0 unless it comes with something different.
And yeah, this one comes with a lot of different stuff with this one. Especially with the solo suit. The original Mark 6 it didn't come with a head sculpt. It came with a masked head sculpt where you can remove the mask and show the head sculpt. Yeah.
Now there's your selling point. There is your selling point. Here's the selling point. Because to recreate that scene before they actually go back to fight all the drones, their helmets were up. The shields were up. They look at each other. They knew what each other was going to do without having to say nothing. The bro moment. Shields go down, doom, doom. Arms goes up and blast away. That's your selling point for the original. Not too many people are going to go for it because this is a centerpiece. So you're going to have to make hard decisions when it comes to that. That's up to you, what you want to display. You want to display that moment, or you want to display this moment, or you want the moment where they're already in combat. Completely up to you. But it does still have value.
Yeah, it still has value. Like, for example, if you are going back, right, and you want to pick up the gantry to go with that Mark 6, you don't have to rebuy a new Mark 6 at this point. You don't have to, because you can just go buy the gantry set and merge it with this one, and that's still good. You don't have to repurchase a Mark 6. That's why I like the option where they're giving us a gantry set by itself.
Yep. This is tweaking what they already have. It's small little tweaks to improve what already exists, and this is why it checks all boxes. Because you don't need to get this; you can get the gantry by itself.
So I do like that option. I do like the fact that they're not putting the gantry set behind a big ass paywall number. You can just go and buy the gantry set by itself if you don't want to get another Mark 6. But also I want to bring up too because I want to do another vote. So we're ending the votes here at 58 minutes, 105 votes. Iron Man Mark 6 2.0. 53% say do not at 32%.
Ooh.
11% say Gantry, and then 3% the army builders. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and I remember though that this suit was kind of divisive back in the day because of the triangle itself. I mean, Jon Favreau actually had to go and do interviews basically saying, you know, why they're changing it up. And apparently they went back in the Mark 6 to the circle because they actually had negative reactions to the triangle in the suit. So that's why it never stuck around.
Yeah, that was pretty much it, because people not understanding why did it change shape. You know, it's the outer shell. It doesn't really change shape, blah, 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 blah. Right? But at the end of the day, it's the suit that a lot of people tend to chase because it's iconic to that final fight.
Yep.
And it's also a continuation into Avengers, because that's when they first encounter each other. And then when they finally fight, you know, Loki and the guys, he has to get a new suit. Can't get a new suit if you haven't been fighting. Well, in Tony's case, he could have a new suit even if he wanted to. You know, he'd just piss in that one and go somewhere else.
Exactly, because we like, and you obviously know it, because the Mark 7 is technically, it wasn't a normal Iron Man suit. It was a combat specific one, the first one he built, and he was already building it prior to it. So that's why, you know, he's telling Jarvis to skip the spinning rims. So they just don't establish it, though, if he designed it before he knew everything, or because that's one of those things. He could have been basically building the suit at the time he was hacking S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Yeah, as of right now, let's see who said it.
Yeah, Matt.
No, Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom was asking me a question real quick. Anyone try using the thanks coupon on this? Just curious if it works.
If it's within 24 hours, yeah.
Within 24 hours, yes.
Well, since it's the weekend, you might have tomorrow too, where they remove it on Monday. But I would, if you want this, you have a coupon and you are willing to commit, don't wait to lose your coupon. Now, again, just because you have a coupon, if you're unsure of it, it's only $20. So again, I'm kind of contradicting myself. It's a situation. If you know you're going to get this, you know without a doubt you're going to budget for it. Why waste an extra $20 if you know you're going to get this? It just depends on you. You're going to do a single payment. You're going to do a payment plan. Again, fight, use your tips, use tricks, anything you can to get this as low as you can. If you're going to commit to it, if this is something that you need to think about, you need to potentially, you know, do some finance to see if you can afford it. You know, $20 coupon is not worth it for you to basically force yourself to order it and then plan after the fact. Again, plan for a figure of this amount of money in the future. Don't let a coupon dictate whether or not you're going to get it, because those coupons are also another way that technically Sideshow can get you to buy in a FOMO. It's not the same. It's not the same thing as like something selling out, but it's a psychological aspect. You have a coupon, you can use it, but you can only use it before a certain date. That's another FOMO. It's just artificially inducing you to think you're getting a better deal, which may cost you more in the long run.
Well said, Don. Well said, because they know how to play those games with the blue screen, low stock, wait list, you know, last chance stuff, you know, all these buzzwords to get you to purchase something that's still going to sit for a while, with the exception of a few of them. Right now, this is funny. It's funny. It's not symmetrical, but it still works.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. It's there. It's there.
It's definitely there, man. It's definitely there. But back to what I was saying, you can't rush a purchase based on a coupon.
Yeah, you don't have to rush a purchase. You got time. Like I said before, guys, you got 4 to 6 months. Some of these 7 months before the pre-orders get caught off. And some of these figures will be able to last till in stock. Just make sure the ones you want in your collection are pre-ordered. But take your time with it. Take just so you can figure out if this is the right figure for you. All right. Remember, rule number 3 in Nate's rules: collect your way. Like, I don't have to tell you, or anybody in this panel needs to tell you to buy 2 of these or buy 1 of these, or hell, dodge this because it is a blasphemy in the Hot Toys community that they're coming out with 2.0s. Like, nah, man, just do you guys.
No, here's the thing. When it comes to the toy community and 2.0s, being that I collect more than just 6 scale stuff, I collect everything, every line. Name it, I have it. Okay, 1,000 toys, figure arts, NECA, Haya, Bandai, you know,
just no statues.
Joy Toy,
Mezco's.
Yep.
Listen,
I know.
Dude,
I know.
Dude, I'm a toy aficionado. Okay, I'm a toy aficionado, and that was dubbed to me by my boy brother cousins. Okay, this is the thing. 2.0s is always welcome to improve a specific figure that was great and is now better. It's when you can no longer push the envelope that an upgrade is not welcome. And this is pushing the envelope. You got Purrs, you got a new face sculpt that is more accurate to Robert Downey Jr. than any other head sculpt thus far. And you're getting a gantry that is magnificently a centerpiece. Iron Mans are usually centerpieces. How many centerpieces can you fit in one space is the real question.
Wait a minute. I gotta answer Brian up real quick. Nate, you're supposed to be a Hot Toys YouTube influencer, so influence us into victimhood. Yo, I'm the victim here. Remember that. No one else can take that away from me. All right. No one else can call themselves a victim because I am the true victim. All right. I coined it. I was the first one. I am the victim. All right. And hell, you do whatever the hell you want, Brian. Okay, you do whatever the hell you want, because for me, I'm going to do what I want to do because I like it and I love it.
I want you to know that I do it all again. This is a circus, all right? It's a charade. It's an act. There's bullshit about how crazy I am. I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay? I know what I did. I know who I am. Down, I did it because I like it. Hell, I loved it. I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening. Not on my watch.
Love it. Yo, Hot Toys, give us a John Berthel 2.0, please.
Nate, pull up Restless when he's asking about the current situation with stock.
Oh, okay. Where is it? I know what you're talking about. There you go.
All right. Now, things are changing. And again, we're saying this is a general within retail, not specific only to Sideshow. You remember at the beginning of the demic, going into like the early part to mid of 2021, the supply chains were absolutely wrecked. You couldn't get anything. The ports were like so bad. You had ships waiting just to get a slip on the dock to unload their stuff for up to 6 weeks. Well, guess what? We are now at the exact opposite of that, to the point that warehouses are so overfilled. You know, you go to bring back something to Walmart, they're giving you the money back and telling you to keep the item because it's going to cost them money to take that item back and store it in a warehouse. So Sideshow's going through the same things right now. Sideshow has multiple warehouses. They have so much stuff that is just sitting in there collecting dust. They are paying money to sit on old stock that they can't sell, which means they also have to buy warehouse space. So they're not just paying for the warehouse. They're paying, essentially losing money to store items they had to pay for, they can't sell in that warehouse that they should no longer be having. So Sideshow, they are adjusting their orders based on what they feel are relevant numbers of what people are going to buy. And that also affects local comic book shops, anyone that's an official distributor partner with Sideshow. Their numbers are now being cut off. And again, I have to get confirmation, but some stores are no longer carrying Hot Toys anymore because they cannot get a proper amount of allotment to even make it worth it. So again, like again, we'll just talk about Sideshow, but it's all retail companies. They have so much stock, they are losing money by operating multiple warehouses. And that's for new stock. That's not even including the stuff they've been sitting on for years. And then again, as other people are saying, right now in the US, there are so many layoffs going on. You have Amazon, you have Google. Oh God, I saw another company today is laying off like another 1,000 people.
What was it?
I mean, we're in a recession. We are actually in a recession right now. And one of the first things to go during a recession is disposable income, which means movies, going out to dinner, just going out to like doing vacations and stuff. And if you're going to basically say, my vacation's not going to happen, if your hours were decreased, you're laid off, whatever, you're not going to buy a hot toy. So, I mean, it's every bit of the financial situation. It's happening to Sideshow, but it's just a microcosm. Again, because it's just a toy store, so to say. But the things we're seeing at Sideshow, it's affecting everyone everywhere that deals with retail, supply chains,
home ownership.
Exactly.
Home buyers like backing out of contracts and new home builds and everything is at a record high. It's up at, I think the backups and cancellations are at 166%. They said they've never seen anything like this before, and it's only going to get worse. Like, it's getting to the point where home builders, they're not even building homes anymore for people to buy. They're building them for companies to buy, so that way they can just strictly rent out instead of selling to people to own.
Exactly. Like, people like the interest rates. I mean, I'm going to be flat out. I mean, in the summer of 2020, I refinanced my house. I got I'm at like 2.25 on a 15-year, and I switched from a 30-year normal VA. And I literally cut down, like, I went from like 5% to like 2.25. But now you can't, like, like, if you have an 850 credit score right now, which is almost impossible. So if you have anything over an 800, you're still paying like 5.5 to 6.8. And that's the best rates you can get on a house. So like CMB was saying, people sign contracts, and then the developers come back and say, listen, this is what you signed for, but this is what we have to now charge you for because materials increased.
Yep.
Labor increased.
It's bad when most of these people, they had to put down a deposit, and they're realizing that they can just forego. Like, granted, your deposit's going to be a couple thousand or higher and stuff. People are literally taking the loss for that with their home contracts just because they're scared of what's coming.
Exactly.
So, things are getting serious when people are willing to take a loss of thousands of dollars on a home just for a deposit to be like, look, if I get the house, I'm going to be worse off than if I just eat that deposit. So that's why a lot of people are backing out, because they're looking and projecting towards the future and what's coming. We have massive companies laying off tens of thousands of people. You got Amazon, laid off 18,000. Microsoft laid off 10,000. Google laid off 8,000.
Somebody, like I said, somebody just laid off another 1,000 this morning.
Yeah. Bed Bath and Beyond announced that they're fully bankrupt and they're shutting down all their stores. Like, things are getting bad down the board for retail.
Another thing I want to bring up, though, is the thing is, I want to move on and talk about something else, because there was a question that CSI was asking. I want to hit up on that. But what we're trying to say here is that it is a domino effect. If you're noticing the prices are going up, or certain figures are not staying in pre-order mode anymore, they're selling out, there's a domino effect. It's not because Hot Toys is, it's cutting production for a reason, for no reason. There are reasons out there. There is a lot going on with the world that's affecting also what we collect.
Yeah.
So that's
it's not just the States.
Yeah.
It's not just States. If you look up world economics, like, all countries all over the world, they're going through the same things we are, as far as their companies are laying off people. They're going through a housing market crash. Their retail markets are crumbling. Like, it's not just US and China. Like, if you go and, like I said, check out world economics and the things that are happening with market trends, it's affecting everyone. It's almost like, everything ties into each other, including the countries. So if one's starting to hurt, you have to assume that there's more than just one country, more than one company that's feeling the hurt. And it's basically starting to show for all of us.
Well, this is a result of globalization. Nobody, when they did globalization, realized that if one thing fails under globalization, the whole system fails. And it's not relative to one country. It's the whole freaking global supply chain.
It's a
and
circle.
The supply chain is relative, but it's everything in the world is connected. One cog goes, the whole machine breaks.
It's the
it's a circle.
It's
a Well, no, basically it's a circle. You know, when the demic hit, everything was closed off, right? When things were reopening back up, it was a slow and a push to get goods and all that other stuff. And now, still to get goods, you're going to have to either eat it, take it, or mark it with a B, and then share it to your brother and your sister and me.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Let's move on.
I'll just say one thing. CT603, thank you. Yeah, so it's got so bad. Lego is moving now to Boston. Thank you.
On a bigger note, Lego is moving their HQ to Boston. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, so I can go to Lego every day.
That's funny. But all right, guys. So we'll move over back to CSI's question on the Mark 6. Is this the first purse system for Tony Stark?
Yes.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Is that true?
Unless does the Mark 5 suit or the Silver Centurion have it?
No, it doesn't.
Then this was the first.
This is the first. The Mark 5 suit up don't have it. The 85 does not have it. None of the head sculpts have it. This is the first purse head sculpt and the first smiling head sculpt at that. So he's smiling without teeth. His smirk, let's just call it the smirk, and it works.
Hey, DeLorean, that doesn't age because as much as this new Iron Man this time next
Yep.
year.
Hey man, start collecting eggs and selling eggs. You'll be able to afford Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, buy the chicken and build a coop.
Start slinging eggs on the black market.
Yeah.
Ooh, that brings up another question. All the topic that we was just discussing about the cog in the whole machine. What if this was announced and all this that's happening now with these productions and all that other stuff, layoffs? Could we see this be pushed back? This specific one pushed back.
We'll see. I can see this not lasting, like the other Iron Mans. I can see this not lasting in stock.
Loco, I think I understand what you're saying. I think at this point that the production schedule and the production capacity is not going to necessarily go to what they were. Basically, they're going to introduce artificial limits until everything changes. So again, Hot Toys is basically they got to look at their bottom line. If their production costs are rising, they got to pay labor, they got to pay all that stuff. They probably have a spreadsheet and an evaluation and algorithm that says, okay, in order to make a certain amount of money, we make this, this, and this. But after that point, it's almost like we'll get more money, but it's almost worth it in production cost, labor, and every other ancillary stuff with packaging to produce them if they're not even going to sell.
Yeah, but my real question is not that. My question is more of, can this item be one of those items that gets delayed?
It's possible. There's figures, not a lot of them, but a quarter of them get delayed for Hot Toys.
I'm gonna be honest, Loco, and I'm saying I don't think this will get delayed because 80% of the Mark 6 is the Mark 4.
True.
Only way this stuff gets delayed is if they continue to do what's happening in China, lockdowns, things like that. That would be the only way it delays. But we can't control what happens there. We don't have crystal balls, so we don't know. We can only assume that this is going to be on time and on schedule. But something could happen tomorrow. Something could happen 2 weeks from now. That completely changes it. But as of right now, we just have to guesstimate that this is on schedule without any delays or hiccups.
I mean, if anything, I see this being delayed for the gantry, not for the figure itself.
Yeah, I could see the gantry gate. Yeah. I think let me see, which Iron Man was it? Was it the Hulkbuster that was the main one that got delayed?
Yeah, he was delayed
2.5 years.
2.5 years,
delayed,
right?
Just so that way they could change it to where it could fit a figure inside of it.
Yeah, which I think was a I think I would have preferred the Hulkbuster to actually have the proper joints to order to make it, very articulated, because it's great. The articulation is fun, but the possibilities are endless if they actually made this to where it was for an articulated collector versus fitting an Iron Man in there. Because honestly, you know what I have in there? The Mark 43 bus. The bus. That's all I have.
Well, and again, just real quick.
And that's all you really needed. You just needed that bust. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, the 3-0 Hulkbuster, it almost seems like they took the original plans that Hot Toys had for the full articulation, and they ran with that, because with this one, you can put in the 3-0, the 112th Mark 43. The thing is, though, it actually has like a torso joint. You pop it off. So you just put the upper torso in like the bust. You cannot put a full figure in the 3-0 one. And because you can't put a full figure in, it actually has much more better articulation. You can actually move the legs partially. Again, it's the Hulkbuster, but like it's got full range of motion in the arms. It has an ab crunch. It has, side to side. It has a torso joint. Hot Toys doesn't have that because it had to allow for the ability to put a full scale figure in there.
When y'all think we're getting the Mark IV with Gantry 2.0 with the USB powered? Hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's already released.
No. I wouldn't be surprised Summer Showcase if they release.
Well, I mean, Neon Tech 2.0 is the Mark IV with the Gantry. It's just a Tron version.
It's a Neon Tech. I'm talking about the 2.0 original Mark IV Gantry set. I'm hoping it is Summer Showcase because it's going to be USB.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I think we might have to wait for a 2.0 of the Mark IV for a while, because again, they did multiple versions of the Mark IV. Prior to the original Mark IV diecast, they released the special edition Mark IV plastic for Shanghai Disney. Sideshow ended up getting a batch of that. Then they did the diecast 4. Then they also did the holographic version, which is essentially 90% the same weight. It's just it has like the candy holographic pieces. So if anything, I see a Mark 7 as a 2.0 coming out before another Mark 4. With a caveat, the Mark 7, you can do the black version, you can do the Arctic version, you can do any of the other special Toy Fair versions they did. I think it's going to be a few more years until we see another Mark 4.
I'm hoping we get it sooner than a few years. Maybe next year's pre-order, or the soonest would be a pre-order coming out Summer Showcase for another Iron Man Mark 4 Gantry USB powered set, because no one thought that they were going to come out with the Neon Tech Gantry set with the Mark IV Neon Tech. No one thought about that. There was rumors of a Neon Tech coming out, which everyone thought was going to be the Hulkbuster, because there was rumors about that like last year. But I'm hoping that we do see the Mark IV Gantry set, because I want a USB powered. I want it to be a 2.0 with the donuts and the glasses and everything. But this is an absolute do, guys. And with the votes, I have the votes here for if the original Mark 6 will be devalued. So 60 votes in. Will the OG Mark 6 hold its value? 33% say yes, 43% say no, and 22% say I don't care about value. All right, we'll end the poll there. Now, I know Single Star has been waiting for this discussion. Let's move over to the Mark 1. And the Mark 1, guys, it is glorious. Glorious purpose. This suit, baby. This suit.
Oh, yeah.
My only issue with this right now, I need to know, if you turn the lights on, is there any other way to turn the fan off? From what I'm seeing, and again, this is based on the Sideshow early video they did, the button, like the back assembly, like the power assembly, is a direct copy from the 2013 version. So essentially, from what I'm seeing, it's just a standard on-off button for all the powered accessories. There is no like selector switch, which you're seeing in some of the new Iron Man figures, like the new quarter scale Mark 42. There is an actual selector switch where you can determine what lighting features you want on or what settings you want. But from what I'm seeing, it's a simple like on-off button that if you turn the lights on, you're going to have the fan on.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm sorry, I think that's a huge downgrade, because that thing literally sounds like a dentist drill.
So you don't want that sound coming off.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily the sound. My issue is like because I have everything all hooked up to soap reactors, like I said before, and everything's voice reacted. So if I want to turn my figures on, my issue is I'm going to burn that fan out.
Yes, true.
And if you burn that fan out, is that going to essentially damage the circuit, which means you can't turn your lights on? So if you burn your fan out, does that mean you burn your lights out?
Good point. Good point.
No clue.
I guess we'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z on whether or not the fan can be shut off. I'm hoping there's an option where you can shut it off, because at that point,
but the unfortunate thing is, and again, I'm going by the Sideshow video, they actually did a comparison of the electronics, both on the 2013 version and this one. They're exactly the same. It's just a single button. Again, this is based on what they showed on Sideshow. And until someone actually does a review in hand and shows the components, I can't say yes or no if there is an actual way to shut the fan off, independent of the lighting system.
You know,
but all right, so let's move over to Loco Lu. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Sorry.
Well, no, I agree with Don. Like that's kind of sucky in the aspect of, okay, in order for me to have my lights on, the fans are going to be on too, and if they're all connected, that jeopardizes the longevity of me having this figure lit up on display when I walk into my room or my get next to my cabinets and I want to see it, and I'll tell whatever device I have on to activate and just enjoy my collection. And then also to have that sound running on top of that, if it sounds like a dentist, that sucks. But you know what, because I like to tinker with my stuff, and Don knows where I'm going with this because he sent me a couple of LED lights. All you need is one of those nice little millimeter, like tiny lights, shove it in the chest cavity to make that bad boy light up, and plug that into the USB versus the whole entire figure, which defeats the purpose of getting a USB figure. But here's the thing. It doesn't diminish the figure because it's a die cast figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's just one little caveat to just like, okay, if you want to lit, there's a way to do it without having to, go any crazy route. You just need one light source plugged to a USB, and you can use the USB plug to plug that bad boy in for your from your base. So
well, exactly. I mean, again, if you're worried about the fan, and like Loco Lu is exactly saying, you need one LED to put at in the front and the chest. And then you need about potentially, if you want to do that to get the red light effect on his left arm, you get about a 4 to 5 inch piece of fiber optic cabling. You run it through, the shirt, or if you can't do it, you even run it through, the arm collar, and then you paint the tip of it red. Mm-hmm. And then again, one LED, you've got multiple sources, but you don't have to worry about burning out your motor.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't necessarily have to paint it red, because they do offer these lights in a lot of different websites.
No, I'm saying if you paint it red, you only need one LED. You don't need the separate red LED to run off the fiber optic. You get what I'm saying?
No. Let me let the
okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's true too. But you know what? Like, you could get this for like 10 cents. You know what I mean? These LED lights that we're talking about, you could get them for literally 10 cents. So you can buy one that's white and then another one that's red, and then run them together. It's not hard. It's simple stuff. You probably did this in the shop. Like I did this when I was a kid with a soldering iron. It's but back to the figure though. The fact that we get a 2.0, it's die cast. The USB function we already discussed. The presence, it has it. Now, get into the head sculpt. This is where a lot of people still have issues with the head sculpt. Does it look like Robert Downey Jr.? He looks a little squished in there. Some people have issues with it. This is why I go back to the Mark 6 and say the Mark 6 is the best head sculpt thus far with the purge system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But this is early Tony, young Tony, not too many wrinkles on his face, and he's wearing a cloth mask that goes like a cloth hood that pulls his hair back and everything like that, so he could wear the helmet. And you don't see too much of it in the film. You don't really see it. You see it when he flips up the mask. He talks to the doctor that helped him survive, and he goes out and does his thing. And the fact that we get both flame effects, I'm happy that this guy's coming out. And he came around the time where all these timed pre-orders came out, multiple SKUs, and during the time of, yes, these are the batches that are going to sit. So I could take my time on this one.
Yeah, you can take your time. You can get a 20%, 25% off on it. All that jazz. Also, you know what? This is a good segue. I forgot to mention this channel that I was very interested to bring up because Mr. Mom Collectibles Ryan told me about this channel and this video, and I do want to share with you guys. Hoff's Hometown Hero. He did this breakdown how he feels about the current market and the figures that are still selling out, sitting down. He does a breakdown about it and shares thoughts about what's going on. If you guys ever want to check him out, it's a good video. It's a good video. Here is the link down below. All right, I think that's the link. Yep, that's the link. So you guys, when you get the chance, just check him out. Some good stuff over there. And especially with this video. But with that being said, let me see. Stop sharing. There you go. So, how many of you are picking up the Mark
I? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I got my tax return approved, so it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, now I got some money, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I canceled the original pre-order I had for it. I can eat the extra deluxe mask. I'm looking at it. I built my Stark lab display area, and I'm like, I kind of need it. Like everyone say, it is so iconic. And like I keep talking and said before, I have an actual deep-rooted association with Iron Man 1, because of like you and your Vader story, I have my, my Iron Man story. So it's almost at this point, I just want to make sure the electronics are going to be okay. Or like Loco Lu saying, I have the ability to hack it if I need to. But more often than not, I mean, granted, it's just a basic display stand, but I still love the fact that there's, the Stark missiles in there. If I get this and I put this in the lab, I'm not using the riser. I'm just going to, I mean, I probably will have to get a custom display stand for it to, properly go in my custom built lab area. But I mean, if this comes in stock and I can get this for like on a coupon or the 15% ID me, I'm probably going to end up grabbing this. I'm just going to wait until I can, jump on a deal once it's in stock, unless they give it the no promo blue screen.
Look at this. I do like the option to what you want to do with your base. That's pretty cool. You guys see that? Look at that.
Yeah.
Base slot.
Yeah, look at that. That's cool.
Isn't that like the Justice League base style? Kind
of, yeah.
Yeah.
But the difference is the Justice League base, like the whole expansion thing was supposed to be the base. This is supposed to basically raise it up for a display element. Because if you look at that the raised portion, the top is specifically designed to take the standard stand. Yeah. Like if you try to put like an octagon or like a Star Wars stand on that, it won't work.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to get this, but I'm with Don. I'm going to take a step back and wait for a deal because I know the timing of this release.
Yeah, I will have this the next few months because I pre-ordered it for the exclusive diecast helmet design. I did pre-order it for that particular piece. I think I dropped some reward points on it. So at the time I had a bunch of rewards. So I am getting this pretty soon. Hopefully, maybe April. We'll see what happens. Like I said, like I said before, guys, I always take my time purchasing figures. I don't get these right away. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I get a figure right away once it gets released. But most of the time, I take my time, guys.
Yeah, but here's the thing for me. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say this real quick. Yeah, because I remember when this came out and we were all on, we were just delegating which timed release we were going to purchase.
Yeah.
With Deadpool. Nate went with the Mark 1. I was the only oddball out. And this is the thing. You buy what you actually want. And it turns out that everything is still available from that timeline. The black and gold suit.
Mm-hmm.
The whatchamacallit, the special edition armorized Deadpool. The special edition Armored Strange, right? And the fourth one was what? The black and gold suit Spiderman? It wasn't time released, but it was released around the same time. I know there was
are you talking about the versions that had the special edition exclusives that you
had there was another one.
Like Deadpool. Deadpool, armorized Deadpool had the
yes, I know. I mentioned him. I mentioned this Iron Man and
the RoboCop. RoboCop had the chest plate.
Yep. And Strange. No.
For the RoboCop wasn't announced for this during this one.
It was this one.
No. Don is just hitting up all the ones that are time exclusive.
No,
we're talking about 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
Oh God.
Wasn't it the XE Batman suit had an exclusive?
Yes, that's the one.
I think he might be right.
Well,
I think he might be right.
XE suit didn't have an exclusive though. XE suit
yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's the map.
Yeah, it is the map because remember I was saying, damn it, I can only order one. So I have to get one exclusive for me and get the collector for my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. It's the map that pops out on his wrist.
Oh, so
his HUD display for the map.
Wow, it's still available. Oh my God, everything's coming back in stock with the exclusives.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Don, Nate, and CMB were there. We all had our own choices. We all picked
XE suit Batman for me.
And I said the armorized Deadpool. Don and Nate went with Mark 1. And then
I said Mark 1 for my kid because him being an Iron Man fan.
And I said I could pass on the mask. Yeah, and I could pass on the mask. The only accessory that I could not pass up on was Deadpool having a specific exclusive attachment that was similar to what the Mark 50 does on a War Machine armor that goes specifically to him. So it makes his suit a little bit more unique on top of the blade attachments and the gun attachments to his backpack that is not on the War Machine.
Wow, that XE suit exclusive was so lackluster. I completely forgot about that thing.
Yeah, but I remember it was something that was armored. It was something that was armored because it was all four of them were armored suits. That was the caveat. That whole year, that the special editions for what was it? I don't know, summer exclusive, summer showcase. It was 4 suits and they were all armorized suits. That was the funniest thing ever.
Well, another thing I want to bring up, Lou, one of the reasons why there's pre-orders, I think there you go. Barry brought it up. Well, people are canceling their pre-orders. That's why so this are coming back for pre-order. That's why those are the excess amounts that were, that's why I'm able right now to pre-order the Iron Strange with the exclusive stuff and the Deadpool exclusive stuff. Yeah.
Same. See, but that's what I was saying. This is 2021 pre-orders.
2021,
And Denobi also said everything that was coming out in 2021, those are the things that are gonna, sit in stock. You're gonna wait for coupons. You're gonna save yourself from stuff. See, you buy what you want, and then you start learning how to collect wisely, right? And we say collect wisely, meaning you learn how to budget yourself by paying attention to the waves. Right now, we're in a wave. We may not see it now because it's it's way above our heads, but we're in a wave. We're getting swamped with pre-orders from 2 years ago that are getting coupon. You got stuff from 3 years ago that are still sitting. And then you got the new that is taking, precedence over our wallets. And here's the thing. Back then, the window period of release was 3 months. Now you got half a year. Look at the pre-order list for the Mark 6. It's from January to June. That's the whole half year. That's the whole.
Well, that's Sideshow though, because Sideshow has to abide. Because again, there's a new law in the U.S. that Doc Smizzle alerted to us, I think, a year, maybe 18 months ago, with the FTC and other government agencies, basically says that retailers, if you're taking a pre-order, they have to give you an accurate time frame. So that's why Sideshow has changed to basically give a 6-month window. And you still have to click the button that says protect my order. Again, that is specific for the US, but that's an actual law now. That was because of the demic. People were placing pre-orders, and then through no fault of the actual site that's listing the item, but through the manufacturers. So basically, if a manufacturer delays an item, that retailer, they have to now legally give you the option to either accept a continued delay or they have to give you your money back. That's why Sideshow is still on certain items having you click the protect my order button.
Yeah, but this is still what I'm going with, what I'm saying, Don. It's that because there's such a time window, and now we have this, even if still plays that same game, because we still dealt with delays. We still dealt with when it comes to like factory workers, the shutdowns. It's like now with current events happening, it's going to happen again in a different magnitude, but it's still happening. It's another wave. You get me?
Oh yeah. I'm not trying to crush you, just like you're not trying to crush me. We're bringing two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, but it's attacking it from different aspects, but it's all part of the same machine. Yep. This thing right here is going to sit, and I'm going to wait for a deal. Is basically what I'm coming down to, because it's a 2021. It took 2 years to manufacture and get out. People are canceling. Going back to that, people are canceling because it took that long for it to come out, and the new stuff is out and about, and you're trying to assess what you want in a collection still. And that's the thing with all of us collectors. We enjoy all the medium that we consume, and even if we don't like it, we still enjoy crushing it, right? But we could also separate figures from the medium and still enjoy the figure. Some people don't like the Moon Knight, but they'll buy the figure. Some people don't like She-Hulk, but they'll buy the figure. But it's all about how you want to collect. And nature rule number 3: collect your way. People are starting to figure themselves. They're starting to figure themselves out, and this is good. This is good, but it's also good for everyone else who are playing the weight game and strategizing how they're going to attack this, because not everybody's wallet is the same. Not everyone's issues are the same. Not everyone has the same space problem, and not everyone has the same wallet problem. So this is good. All right, for guys, me and you.
Quick thing, $5 super chat from Haas Hometown Hero. Dun, 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 dun. It's a 30-30-40.
Hostels on the Hill, Hoth.
30% waitlist sold out. 30% new. 32% just announced. Get this stuff in the basket later. Also, guys, check out Hoff's Hometown Hero on his channel as well. I'm dropping the link once again. Thank you, Hoff's Hometown Hero, for the $5 super chat.
And again, this is going to be the new accessory for Hot Toys collectors, the USB hub.
Ooh, send me a link to that, bro.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a standard USB hub. This one just has 3 of them with a master high-speed power connection. And now, again, I swear by soap reactors, and thankfully every soap reactor has a USB hub already installed on it. So literally, I just plugged this into the USB hub on the soap reactor, plug 3 additional USB-powered figures on that, and again, I can turn them on with voice, all running through the soap reactor. Again, just it's one of those things. you're going to have different ways of connecting your figures. I know some people like fusion reactors, other people like soap reactors. Again, if you're going to deal with figures that still have batteries, but you're also going to get figures that have, USBs. Again, I'm going to flat out say I love soap reactors because I can still power battery operated figures, but because it has the USB port in it, I have room for expansion, as Nobi would say, future-proofing my display cases.
Another thing I want to bring up too, with super chats. I know some people do get annoyed with the goats. So when you guys drop a super chat, make sure to let me know in the comment if you want a goat or not. So as of right now, I'll throw in some air horns and
woo!
Rare. What Haas Hometown's heroes should recognize that. Incoming. From Balad.
So I know people are asking for an 8-hour stream today because the new Iron Man. For today's stream, this is going to be discussion on the Iron Man Mark 1 and the Mark 6, because I'll be ending the stream in the next few minutes. I'm going to go out and start my vacation. I will be on Mafia stream tonight, and then I'm going to be on the Nobi stream tomorrow. So there won't be a stream tomorrow. This is the stream today. This weekend stream. Oh my god, hold on. This weekend stream with the party, with the chat. So, but tomorrow we'll have I guess Denobi. Yeah, Denobi. I think that's the only one. Denobi gonna have his stream up. I'll be with him on that, and then Mr. Mom's gonna be there too. And then today I'll be on Mafia stream. So it should be a lot of fun. Picture this: thinking about getting the Iron Man Mark 46 Civil War reissue. Thoughts? If not, if not, which one do you personally think is the best? Wow, that's a hard question there.
Okay. That's subjective as hell. That's based on. I mean, everyone is going to have a different answer for a different reason.
Nate's rules number 3: collect your way.
Yep.
Collect your way. What's best to you? What is your best? Like, you want our suggestion? All right, here's one real quick for the panel. Your 3 favorite Iron Man figures of Hot Toys. Which ones do you consider top tier in your collection? I know for me, I only have the Punisher War Machine and Armorized Deadpool on the way.
Those don't count. Those are War Machines.
Wait. Let me finish. I only have those 2, and one is on the way. Everything else is, ordered, which is Rescue, 85, and then Iron Peytstrick. So technically speaking, the only one is 85, but they're not in my hands. Based off of what I've seen and what I considered, top tier Iron Man figures, at number 1, it's going to be the Hulkbuster if you know me. Number 2, for me, is 85. And 3, in my opinion, and is really underrated, as I'm talking about MCU only, the Mark 50. Very modular, so many different parts to mess around with. Plus, if you get the Iron Strange, you get the missing parts that were supposed to come with that Mark.
Yep, the nano cannons.
Okay.
Yep.
We went down to Loco Lu. I know CB doesn't collect Iron Man. Do you have a?
But I do. I will have 3 once I get the BD85. So technically, I will have the.
Okay, so what's your take on it then?
Are we doing like our 3 favorite? Is that what we're doing?
Well, the option for picture this, because he wants some options other than the Mark.
Okay. Well, I mean, like the 3 that I don't have BD85 yet though, but I mean I have Zombie Iron Man from Mysterio Illusion, and I have Hulkbuster. So those are the only 3 that I ever wanted, anyways. Hulkbuster, BD85, and Mysterio Illusion, Zombie Iron Man. So.
Okay. How about you, Don? Or what's your options for picture this?
All right, so I mean, my number one is Mark 7, without a doubt, the OG combat suit from Avengers. My number 2 is probably going to be the Mark V Iron Man 2. You know, the suitcase suit. Now, my number 3 is going to be one that I kicked myself in the ass for selling it. Is going to be Star Boost.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for a 2.0 on that one, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's why I don't go back and try and find it, because I think there may be an eventual diecast Star Boost, because it's one of those. It's iconic. It's an Iron Man suit that looks like an astronaut suit. So, I mean, hell, at that point, just throw a SpaceX logo on it, because again, you watched Iron Man 2, you have seen the deleted scenes. Tony Stark talks to Elon Musk about the Raptor and Merlin engines.
Yep.
Which are actually real parts of the Falcon 9 rocket, and which will be part of the the Starship system.
So, all right. Let me see how I can properly get hit on this question. Okay, picture this. With the Mark 46, the only reason why you're picking up the Civil War reissue Mark 46 is because you missed out on the original one, and you have the Civil War set with Captain America Civil War, and you want to include that Mark 46 with it. Unless you're an Iron Man collector like the Nobi, then you probably want to keep all Iron Mans in your collection, which is another reason why. And Mark 46 right now reissue is still available for pre-order, or not pre-order, but for in-stock purchases, and you can hit up with a coupon with that. So there's option with that. But for me, if I had to say no to the Mark 46, and I didn't care about my Captain America Mark 40, Captain America Civil War setup with him, what would I do with my top 3 right now? If money wasn't an issue, I say go for the Mark 7. I love that piece. Great battle damage accessories. I think it is one of the Iron Man to own in your collection. Definitely a great piece if money was not an issue. But if you're looking for more in stock stuff, so Mark 85 battle damage would take that place of the Mark 7. Mark 85 battle damage, the moment where Tony's like, and I am Iron Man. Get that snap going, and then it'll be a good poetic, display if you have that with your Mark 1. When he first started, now where he ended, the Mark 85 battle damage. My second option would be the Hulkbuster. But the thing is, he's not available right now. So with that being said, with the Hulkbuster, if money wasn't an issue, but my other suit that I would definitely recommend with Iron Man wise would be the Mark IV. That's the one that comes with the Dio base of the Iron Armor coming out of it. That Mark IV is a beautiful piece, man, especially with that Dio option. Now, last but not least, it is and always will be the Mark VI. The Mark freaking 6, guys. The deluxe set Mark 6 to go big or go home. This would be definitely a piece in your collection to admire and enjoy, because Mark 6 is a suit that got away from me. This is the unsung Avengers suit, because the Mark 7 gets the praise of being the first Avenger, but I feel the Mark 6 is the true unsung Avengers suit, the first Avengers suit, because it took on Thor, it took on Loki. It's a great piece. It's a piece that the one that got away, and this is an opportunity for a lot of collectors to jump into. But then again, if you're cool with the Mark 46 because you have a display already set up with him and it's your favorite suits, unfortunately, it doesn't come with a head sculpt. That's the only gripe I have with that reissue. It does not come with a head sculpt. I wish they gave us a 2.0 head sculpt versus a base, because honestly, the base is okay, but really, it doesn't really scream out Mark 46 for me. You know what I mean? This Dio base screams out Mark 6. This when you see this Dio base, it is the Mark 6. But yeah, that's my take on it. And pictures, I hope that helps you out for the future. Let me see what else. Mark 3, Mark 7, and Mark 6. Oh yeah, great.
Oh, nice.
Now, looking at this though, I'm thinking, what if they potentially add a backdrop to it, like a New York City skylight background? So, he's coming down, but it looks like from Avengers when he's coming down and he's walking, but you see like that New York skyline in the background. And again, Loco knows the area, but there's an actual building in New York City. It's around Javits Center and Hell's Kitchen that it was the inspiration for Avengers Tower. So you can almost have like that back screen where you see the river, and you can almost see like the Javits Center where they have New York Comic Con and Hell's Kitchen, and it would actually be geographically correct.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but that adding a backdrop to that will make the display a whole hell of a lot bigger. And 9 times out of 10, that backdrop will be in the box, just like every cardboard piece.
And again, you are right most of the time. The only exception I'm saying is the test suit start, because that backdrop is amazing. Like the detail, the clarity on the background images, like you can actually see the computer screens and the paperwork. It's like they almost went out of their way to upgrade that and update it.
No, I hear you, and I respect that factor, but you got to remember this.
Oh, absolutely, you're correct.
This is a centerpiece that you're going to have to observe in all angles. So having a designated backdrop means you can really get a beautiful view from one perspective. And they're not going to limit that by giving us a backdrop, especially on a big piece like something like that. I would recommend a digital background as far as one of the screens that you would use for toy photography. Something that Moz uses or something else that has that specific monitor.
Quick thing, guys. This is another question. This is a great end question for the stream, because I want to end the stream in a few minutes. This is a great end question, and this is a good one because it is a lot of sacrifice involved. So we're gonna go down the list with everybody. I'll start.
The answer is doggy style. The answer is doggy style.
Family channel.
You're gonna make me do it, aren't you? You're gonna make me do it, right?
No.
Local, you're gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me do it. Where's that clip? Where's one of my favorite clips of all time? You're gonna make me do it. I had to drop it.
My yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that? Get everybody out of my yard.
I love that scene. Okay. All right. So the big question that was asked, and I definitely want to help out the FL collector here. Doyle is asking, what's your advice, army building troopers? Or buy one of each figure. I got 4 501st clones in my collection and spend my money army building and didn't get other figures that I liked. All right. When it comes to army building, right, guys, there is a very big emphasis on sacrifice. There's figures out there that I missed out on because I went in army building certain figures, like your 501st. I got 5 501st. That could have been 5. That could have been 4 other figures I could have gone pre-ordered and purchased without going in that crazy with 5 501st. I'm still trying to get a 6th one to complete my army build for that. But either way, what is a good, safe way to proper army build figures, especially troopers? Because Star Wars, it's very addicting, right? Army building troopers, because they look so great in your display. My suggestion for, if you have other IPs you're working on, and depending on your budget, my suggestion is between 2 or 3. That's definitely a good entry level for army building troopers. 2 or 3. If you go to excessive amounts, 4 to 6 is the more excessive. But again, 2 or 3 is still a big sacrifice. It's not as big as a sacrifice of doing 4 to 6 501st. But I'm using 501st as an example. My suggestion would be 1 OT for the H team. I sacrifice a lot of time. I sacrifice a lot of sleep just so I can pull off the overtime I can to get me 4 to 5 troopers, depending on the troopers. So 501st, that's my army build. But there's other troopers, like I got 2 Rexes, I got 2 Codys. I spent a lot of time and sacrifice to do it. And that's another thing we have to realize, we have to accept. If we are going to enter the army building gang squad, there is going to have to be sacrifice. Another thing to it, I do recommend, see the aftermarket prices. Sometimes you see a $200 501st, you're like, damn, okay, cool. Saving money. There are savings involved. For me, I pre-ordered 3 clone troopers. I wish I pre-ordered more, but the time did not allow me to pre-order more. So I got to see my boundaries. If I only have a certain amount of time to pre-order certain figures, I will only do what I can with the army build. Get 2 or 3. And 2 or 3 is not bad. It's still an army. You still can set up with your other troopers with 2 or 3, right? You don't necessarily have to go excessively if you have other figures you need to work on, right? Again, collect your way. An army, still an army. 2 or 3 is still pretty good. Now, with the more single troopers, the tank trooper, he's a one and done for me. I don't need 2 of those. That's a one and done for me. Certain character like the Infernal trooper and the artillery trooper, that's a one and done. I don't need to get 2 or 3 of those troopers. And that's it for me. For how I feel about army building. The main thing is sacrifice. And remember, there's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate, guys. That's where you.
All right? Yes. Don't do anything I would do, and definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
What does that mean that I'm an Avenger?
No.
But let's move on. Don, how you feel about army building?
Again, like you, it depends on the character. And as other people are saying, I think army building is specifically more for troopers. Your stormtroopers. Again, if 3-0 since they're doing their GI Joe line, if they do like bats or generic Cobra troopers like Sideshow did, that's what you do for your army building. Now, for me, I've got a couple of 501sts. So I got one with Ahsoka, with Captain Rex, that's wearing the 332nd helmet, and then I've got one with Anakin. I'm going to be honest, as everyone knows, once 212 drops, I'm probably buying 2 to 3 more airborne troopers and probably 3 to 4 more standard troopers to go along with my 212 I already have now, which is Rex, standard 212, and then custom airborne I kit bash together. But yeah, it all depends on does that group, because again, if you're going to army build, that group or that unit has to mean something to me or you, and that's the 212th. Now, and again, I don't know if anyone here watches Adam Savage, and if you've watched where the videos that he went to Weta Workshop and he was actually looking at the screen used 501st armor. If you actually look at some of the schematics Weta Workshop was sent, they were also specifically sent the 3D CAD print file for the 212th communications trooper, because he already has the backpack built into his armor, plus he also has the additional thermal detonators. That's the first time I've ever seen a company actually be given that schematic, which means I'm hoping we might actually get not only the normal 212, not only the airborne, but the actual communications 212 as well. So,
all right, so Don, with that being said, how will you, so that's the battle plan right now, multiple 212 characters.
Yeah.
How will you go about tackling the 212 army build with multiple, that's like saying multiple 501st came out for pre-order. How will you go about doing that for the 212?
Use coupons, and again, Sideshow is not your only store in town. There are other places like Underground Figures in Rhode Island. They actually, pre-order figures below what Sideshow costs. And for me, it's $8 to ship from Rhode Island to where I am priority. So again, you don't always have to stay at Sideshow. Some other companies, for whatever reason, they can charge less than Sideshow.
Collectors
Look at them.
Yep.
Pretty much, Don pretty much is saying savings. Find the savings. There are savings out there.
Yeah.
And Don is ready. Don is ready to commit on that 212 army building once Hottoys drops them. So, Loco Lu, what's your thoughts on army building and the sacrifice?
Sacrifice. It's finding one character that you want to stick with and not buy the entire allotment like my crazy ass. So, as you can see, majority of the Spidermans that I want, majority of the Venoms that came out, same thing with the Deadpools, right? And Turtles, no, that's different. But, army building, every version of this character, every version of this specific character. If I wanted to go ham on Star Wars army building, I wouldn't get any of these, and I'll just get 2 for 2 for 2, 2 at a time, because the rule of 2 will always build your army. Always rule. So if you're going to double dip, you double dip and you buy 2 at a time, but you do it smart. You do it wisely. You go with the coupon game. You go with the BOGOs when there are BOGOs. We may not see a BOGO for like another year. But shop wise, shop smart, coupon,
shop as smart,
and do it right. Do it right. You know,
but isn't it hard, Loco Lu, because with that, you're sacrificing other characters just to get that army build.
Of course, it's hard. Of course, it's hard. Of course, it's hard. But if you want it to look like this, I'll show you right now in a second. If you want it to look like this, where you just have 2 clean shinies, battle data, 1 general, 1 grunt, whatever, however you want to display it, that's how you display it. If you're just wanting a big army, set yourself up on a number and go for that number. That's it. It's not about how big is your army, how many of the characters an army in your collection, specifically if you want to get other figures. So you want to get your cap and your grunts. You want to get your generals, your lieutenants, all of those, and your grunts. Okay, you want to make sure you buy the ones that are going to lead and double up on the ones that are going to. Rule of 2 never fails.
Yeah, I do agree. Rule of 2 is definitely.
They says 2 or 3. Yeah, I was gonna say it says 2 or 3, and then you go to 4 or 6. It's still the same thing. You're doubling up. Rule of 2 never fails. If you buy 2 now, you wait a little bit longer, and you have money to burn for an extra set, you buy yourself another 2. You keep doubling up on 2 figures instead of buying 1 here, 1 there, and you make that commitment to buy the 2. Your army building already. Rule of 2 will always build your armies.
Well, look, I'll just say this: the rule of 2, for certain figures, it actually enhances your display. Like I have 2 Dark Troopers. I mean, in behind like Mando and Gideon fighting. And then I've got Grogu right in the middle between all of them. Those 2 figures, I have them different display options, different stances. They're the same figure, but if you can display them differently, you have such dramatic options for display. Again, especially since they light up. If you put the rifle in front of them, like the LEDs in the chest are so powerful, they will bounce off the rifles. In their weathering, so you get a different like red hue effect. Then you have the other one, you place them differently. The red will shine off a Gideon and gives you different lighting effects depending on where you look. And it's one of those things. It's all about how you want to display them. Be genius. Basically, explore, experiment. You don't know what actually you can do. Especially with a light up figure, you move a weapon, you move this, you get that right bounce of light that hits off, and it makes the world of difference. I mean, ultimately, if you're going to army build, that's great. But if you're going to do that, experiment with how you're going to display the figures. You want to have them 2 so dramatically different, even though they're the same figure. You think they're different characters in your display. Essentially, if you army build, you don't want to have static displays. You want to individualize each figure so that essentially they are a part of the squad. They're an individual cog in the whole team.
I like that. Yeah.
Exactly like that. It's 2 Death Troopers, but they have 2 different roles.
But all right, okay, Loco Lu, any final thoughts before we move on to CMB?
No. I agree. It's CMB's turn.
Okay. CMB, your thoughts.
Everybody's pretty much said everything that I was going to say, so the only thing that I can say to add to it that's new is do what you can afford. Don't let anybody tell you how to spend your money.
That's true.
Yep.
You know, if you want an army
That's
build
true.
and you can afford the army build, do it. And you don't have to necessarily army build everything with every figure. You just pick and choose because once again, it's your collection, your money. If they ain't paying your bills, they don't get to tell you how to spend it.
Yep. It's your money, your collection. Collect your way at this point, because honestly, at the end of the day, the only thing is what you have to realize is consequences.
All right, Nate, I got another one for you to find out. Bronx Tale. Mickey Mantle ain't paying your bills.
yeah. I'll look that up. Actually, what's up?
Real quick, the only figure you don't have to ever in your life worry about army building, one figure, and the Grogu.
Wait, what happened? I could not hear that. What did you say?
I think it's you don't have to worry about army building Grogu.
Army building Grogu because they all come.
He comes with every figure. He's like
every figure
conclusion to everything, and I
dude, yeah, I got supermarket. I got supermarket Grogu's bed at this point.
I opened them. I had to open them. He was beautiful.
Loco, I don't know if you can see. I got the quarter scale Mando, and so I got another Grogu, and this one is articulated. So
nice.
Yeah, you really love that piece, man. Damn.
I love it in the fact of what I got it for, and Loco knows. Yeah, and props out because he knows the seller. Pristine, no issues. It's like, damn.
Yep.
So,
but
yeah. I'll tell you, man. You know.
Go ahead.
Gotta love him.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
It's the community. So, you gotta love it. So, yeah, it can get a little crazy, but again, it's all about collecting. That's collective. It's keeping the hobby alive. That's what we're doing. We're keeping the hobby alive because without us, this will be extinct.
And by us, we mean the collectors, not us geeking out. So
yeah,
the collectors, the community. When I say community, that's everybody off screen.
All right. Axe dropped another good question. Do you think Hot Toys will go back to the way it was with Grails being Grails? That's a great segue into the votings. Mark 1 Future Grail, 55% say yes, 16% say no. Grails are no more at 29%. Wow. So let's answer this question real quick. I think this is a good one to end the stream too. I think we are in a way going back into the Grails are making a comeback, because look what happened with the 2022 pre-orders and going forward. They're selling out. And if that's the case, if there's not enough stock out there for these figures, right? If that's the case, the enough stock out there for the demand, eventually the prices will go up with certain of these figures. Like your clone troopers, your Attack of the Clone stuff, they can get hit with the Grail stats, well, at least with the Grail value of them, because they are selling out and they're becoming harder to find. There's probably going to be less of these Cantina clones figures, especially, some your R2-D2s or C-3POs. It is, again, it's going to take time to see how things progress, but I can see the foundings of the Grails coming forward, right? But then again, it all has to do with the community and how the community will react with certain figures not being available, readily available, or being sold out. It's up to the community to make that stance, because Revenge of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker, that was not a Grail at the time. No one wanted it. No one was going after it. It had the makings of a Grail because it was so limited, and also the demand wasn't there at the first place. But now, when people were trying to hunt this down, the prices start going up and up and up, and it's becoming less of a find because it was already a limited piece. And I already can see that happening with the 2022 pre-orders, because the 2022 pre-orders right now, they're gone. There's only certain places that can have them available, unless Sideshow is literally lying to us and these figures are not sold out and they're going to be ready available when they come out. That's a different story at that point. But I can see the makings of Grails happening because of the figures selling out so quickly and less of a demand as far as like purchasing, a great number of them, in batches. But I think it will come back. Axe, I think it will come back. What do you think, Don?
I think yes, but it also has to depend on what the franchise is, what IP it's coming from, and what the character is. Like, if you're going to ask me, do I think Kang's going to become a Grail? I'm going to say no, because I think that Hot Toys is going to make 2 or 3 different versions of them. And again, it's going to be a multi-SKU. Now, on the flip side, if they do another Ant-Man, just a single Ant-Man, and they do a kind of a little run, like that may potentially be a Grail. Again, it all depends on the character. Like, you might want to say that Black Adam will become a Grail because, Gunn essentially killed that universe. The only problem is how many versions are Hot Toy doing of Black Adam? Doesn't matter what version it is. It's the essential point. If you want a Black Adam from Hot Toys, you're going to have an opportunity to get one. It might not be the exact one you want at the price you want, but you'll still be able to get one at a relatively cheaper price because there's so many of them available versus, again, we'll go with the Mark 7. You want a Mark 7 right now, you got to pay. So.
Nah. I got you, man. I think there is going to be a time and place, especially with the characters and the hype trains. It's, again, is all because of the community and how the community feels on certain figures. And then we'll see what happens in the future. Loco Lu, your thoughts?
With the way money works and how you multiply money, you're going to end up dipping into wherever the reservoir is at, wherever the water is running dry, right? And to go back to where Hot Toys was getting these Grail status pieces, I think it's going to be up to the collector more so than defined as an actual Grail. It's not going to be, another Iron Man. It's not going to be this accessory to that Iron Man. It's not going to be another Spider-Man. Be the accessory to that specific Spider-Man, right? Or it could be of a specific box set because it comes with a specific figure. It's going to be specified to the point where it's going to just look what happened with Luke. Our DX7, our DX07, that one is a 2-pack, and you got a battle damage version and a clean version. We got a 0.0 clean version, but we don't have a battle damage version with a cut off arm. You get what I'm saying? So it's very, very, and with risings of 2.0s and stuff like that, it's going to be those specific one-offs that are going to be the Grails in my eyes, because one, not too many people are keeping an eye on it. Not too many people want it. And when who do have it in their collection, it holds value. A lot of people don't like Hellboy, but at Hellboy, people were chasing it down. They didn't like the rubber suit, but then eventually they're like, okay, I come to my cassettes. This is awesome. When they get it, because they waited too long, they couldn't preserve it. And that's another factor that plays in longevity. Which figures are Grails that have the longevity that is still considered Grails? Because at this point, you go try to get yourself a Xenomorph mint, you're going to be opening up dust. If it's, kept in a port. What I'm saying? So it really depends on the collector, the longevity of the figure, and it has to check a couple of boxes in order for it to go back to that Grail status, in my opinion. Right now, I don't see it actually happening. They're just tapping into the fountains. If you want to really look at possible Grail pieces, look at the video game licenses. Look at the Predator license for specific pieces. Or characters who or people who have come and passed, who are no longer with us. For instance, the Crow. Sideshow did their version of the Crow, but Hot Toys still holds the highest or brightest candle for Brandon Lee. So it's up to the collector. It seriously is up to the collector, in my opinion.
I definitely agree. It's about the community. I feel that the community and then individuals in the community, the collectors, you have your own grails. But at the end of the day, I think people just want to see more of a a community standpoint of what a grail is during this time. For example, the Yondu, the community feels that the Yondu is a grail, right? Then the Anakin Skywalker Dark Side Anakin edition is a grail. The community has come to a community of decision that these figures stand out as the grails of the Hot Toys venture. And CMB, what's your thoughts on the whole grail status if grails will ever come back?
Hot Toys never stopped making grails because one man's grail is another man's piece of garbage.
Yeah,
we need that meme. We need that meme.
The way I see it, that's the way I see it, is they never stopped making grails, man, because one person can see it as a grail, another person can see it as trash. It all comes down to the collector. So that's how I feel about it. They never stopped making it. It all falls down onto the collector. So it's whatever the collector feels is a grail, because at the end of the day, it's your collection. You're grabbing it for what you feel passionate about, for what you love about that character. Don't let anybody try to influence you and make you think that what you have is not a grail. If you feel it's a grail, then that's all that matters, because it was your money spent. It is your passion. It's not theirs. You don't collect for other people to tell you whether or not your collection is awesome or trash. You collect for what you like. You're not doing this for other people. You're doing it for you. The minute you start making it about other people is the minute you need to step back and step out of the game, because you shouldn't be doing this for others.
That's true.
With the mic drop. Holy crap.
Yep.
Holy crap. That's a mic drop, bro.
Yep. I mean, ultimately what he's saying is if you're not collecting for yourself, why are you even doing it?
Yep. Like, exactly. Why are you collecting Hot Toys when you're only doing it for, just to get a buzz from the community? I'm like, no, this should be your own buzz, my guys. This should be your own passion. Shouldn't be anybody else's.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yep. Like, I'm a Turtle fan. I don't care if anyone else is, but if they do, we partake in pizza slices all day long. Baby.
Yep. Off the turtle blimp.
Yep, that's right. And into the wagon.
Man. Yeah. Like this Mark 1 right here. This could be someone's grail today, And it has the makings of a great grail. But again, so like someone that doesn't collect the Iron Mans, they think this is trash. This is another Iron Man. I see it all the time. They don't see this as a grail because they don't like Iron Man. So,
I mean, I will say one thing. If you actually look at the legs, I know people are saying this is an exact copy. The right armor actually looks like it's a 2.0 because it actually looks updated. Because if you look at the actual piece, it's larger on the right thigh, and it actually has it like the new piece that pops out on the top. So, I mean, looking more at this, they might, some people might call this like a reissue. They've actually gone and they have redone the parts. So this isn't a reissue. The only thing that is a quote-unquote reissue is the head sculpt, which Sideshow said happened, but it's got an all-new paint application. So I think part of the issue with people saying, oh, this is like a reuse is, yes, Sideshow did say in their video that the head sculpt is a flat reuse. It just has a new paint sculpt. The issue is the head sculpt wasn't that great potentially in 2013 to begin with. So I think that also might be a little bit of what's given some people a little hesitation or pause on this Mark 1.
Well, for me anyway, personally, I'm not buying this for the head sculpt. I'm buying this for the Mark 1. And if I had to cherry pick or what's the one for? Just complain about a certain piece in the collection that really doesn't really stand out to me in the first place with this particular Iron Man. Mark 1, he came out the freaking cave blasting and taking out folks.
Yep.
He didn't have his freaking helmet off during that moment anyway. So the moment I'm buying this for is the moment where this figure was taking out freaking terrorists like no tomorrow. So at the end of the day, the Mark 1 is coming home. The head sculpt, it's okay. It'll do its part. But honestly, I'm not going to display it with the helmet off or anything. I'm going to display it with guns blazing, guns galore. But then again, if you don't like this figure, then go ahead. Don't purchase it because of that head sculpt. Because that saves you money. That's not your priority. I get it. Also, it's a $2 super chat from Remember Hot Toys is yours by the Prince, and then Jonathan O'Kane with the $5 super chat. I only have one Iron Man, BD85, but even I had to bend the knee and get the Mark 1 when it first came on pre-order. It's awesome. Thanks, guys. And also, I know Jonathan O'Kane loves the goats, so I will be dropping goats for him as well. Here's some goats for you, buddy. And where's my goats at? There they are.
These gifts, as is tradition, the protectors of our world are bestowed with great feasts. Giant goats! Oh, look at
That scene still gets me. He just... I hate them. I love them. I hate them. Oh my god. Okay, I think. Yep. Okay. I think we're done for today, guys. You know what? Before we end it, I do want to. I have the link already set up to share with you guys. My boy, Hot Toys Nightmare Sean, did a quick video segment on setting up your own rules of collecting. I'm not going to play the video because we don't have time, but if you guys want to go over there, here's the link to Sean's channel, and also hit that subscribe button. Check him out. Like, the video is great. It goes, down to the point where you got to collect your way, and also with CMB, the way he explained, for grails and everything, is that you are your own collector. You should not make your own. You should not. You should make your own rules for yourself when collecting. You could take advice from other collectors or other influencers. You could see their rules and what I agree with that rule. You know what I mean? But then again, you don't need to follow each rule that other collectors, other influencers share with you. You can establish your own rules, take inspiration from other rules, and then be your own collector at that point. Be your own collector. You don't have to copy and paste any other collector because you're your own person. So you're gonna collect your way. If you don't like that Mark 1, then don't worry about it. To move on to the next Iron Man figure. And then hey, if you love in-art and you love those in-art figures, you have the cash to drop like crazy no tomorrow on the pre-orders or what have you. Go ahead, because you collect your way. All right, collect your way. And check him out. Check out the Hot Toys Nightmare and check out his rules when it goes about collecting. You have to collect. You have to create your own rules when you're in this game of collecting. Because if you go about and try to copy and paste what I do with my army building, you might just put too much strain on your collection, strain on yourself in the process. You just got to take your time with it. You got to take your time with it. And also, I think I have the meme. Yes, as I always say about Nate's rules, right? As I always say about Nate's rules, collect your way and stuff. They're more like guidelines than actual rules.
According to the code of the Order of the Brethren. Your return to shore was not part of our negotiations nor our agreement, so I must do nothing. And secondly, you must be a pirate for the Pirate's Code to apply, and you're not. And thirdly, the code is more what you call guidelines than actual rules. Welcome aboard the Black Pearl, Miss Turner.
All right, guys. Wait, Axe just actually answered answered the responses that we said. I'm saying agree on everything, but question does Hot Toys pertain its value?
I think he meant to say retain.
Okay, retain its value. Not talking about resale for money, but actual value. I feel like a lot of collectors want Hot Toys to hold value of what they paid for.
As long as it's not Star Wars sequels, you should be okay.
The problem is with today's collectors, right? Especially, within the community, is that they feel that Hot Toys is an investment and the value will rise up continuously, exponentially when you purchase these figures. Unfortunately, it's an up and down spiral. Like, we don't know what Hot Toys will do. We don't know what these values are. It's all over the place. It's not an it's not viable to invest in Hot Toys. I'm not saying that collectors that do value their worth in their collections, not saying they're doing it for their investment, but the thing is, you just gotta see at the end of the day that these values won't last forever. Like,
there's only I was just gonna say there's only one company I know in all of collectibles where once an item they have released is sold out, that figure automatically guarantees for an increase in funds. There's only one company, and it's Fans Toys, who does Masterpiece Transformers, but they only do specific ones. They've done like the Dinobots. They've done higher end figures or more well-known figures. They're the only company I know. If you buy that figure, you wait on it 6 months, you're gonna get more than your money back for it. But they also don't create a lot as well. It's like part of the reason they maintain their value, they don't make a lot either. So but again, you also realize value is also indicated with the supply. Hot Toys, if they make 10,000, it might gain a little bit, but also it's easier to find. Again, my Dinobots, I got 5 of them. They're worth $2,500. 5 Transformers are worth over $2,500 from one company. So again, it all depends on how much were made versus what was paid and what is the popularity of the figure. Again, it all depends. If there's no supply, that's going to increase the demand, which increases the price. If there's too much supply and not a lot of demand, the price decreases.
Yeah, again, Hot Toys is not that company anymore. Again, it's not that company anymore where there were less of these figures at the time. Like, I know they're probably making less now for 2022 pre-orders, but still it's a lot. Still, the numbers are still a lot for 2022 pre-orders, even though they're maybe sold out right now. There's still a lot. There's still a lot, and we want to have some rare occasions where a piece is a grail, like less of them, and the value retains over time or gradually goes further. But the problem is Hot Toys isn't the same company like it was as far as like the figures holding their value for that long, because like, for example, the Mark 6, that Mark 6 right now, no one's gonna go grab the original one for 500, 700. I know Lou had to go. He really had to go. He says goodbye. But like the Mark 6 right now, that's not gonna hold his value now because the new one's just around the corner right now.
Exactly. I mean,
Hot Toys. If you're into collecting for money and value, you shouldn't be collecting figures or statues. If you're really in this for money and value, you need to switch to collecting graded comics and key issues, because that's where the money is. It's not going to be in toys or statues, because over time they do, degrade, break down, things of that nature. But as far as like, if you have a graded slabbed comic book, you see some of these key issues from earlier days that were tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you want to be into collecting and you're looking for monetary value, you need to switch to collecting comics, not toys. It ain't there. Not yet.
Not yet, anyway.
Basically, you're talking market
TD
speculation.
says, and cards. He screamed
cards.
through my headpiece.
I heard
cards.
Yeah. But basically, you're talking speculation. I mean, if you're going to speculate for investment purposes with collectibles, Cigars and Bacon is 1,000% correct. You don't buy it on the toys unless it's from like original from prototype stuff from Star Trek in the 60s. You go with the comic books. You go with potential art pieces that were from the comic books. You have the artist that does the cover. That's as a limited slip piece by itself. That's what you speculate. You don't speculate on toys. I mean, let's be honest. Doesn't matter if it's a 1/6 scale, a quarter scale, or it's the Hasbro stuff you got from Walmart. They're all toys. It's just we assign a higher value to them because we're paying more for them, and we can't get them at Walmart.
And another thing too is that Don Gambino. Hey, Don Gambino, how you doing, man? I know Don Gambino was asking me the other day, why didn't I get the goats? And let me hit you some goats real quick, because I know he was disappointed. Like, why didn't I get goats for my my donation? You know what? This is for you, the goats, Don Gambino.
And you also got a battle pack mailed out today for you. So
nice.
Yep.
These gifts, as is tradition, the protectors of our world are bestowed with great beasts. Giant goats!
Oh, look at...
Think Bantha Boy, I know, goes on request only, I know, but I had to give Don Gambino this one because he was surprised he didn't get a goat. But, going forward, guys, just make sure, unless I know you personally, as far as, like, the way you drop your super chats, like Ash, he loves goats, so we had to drop the goats for that one. Jonathan O'Kane, whenever he drops a super chat, he wants the goats. And Don Gambino, if he drops a donation or super chat, he gets goats as well. But going forward, whoever drops a super chat or donation, just request it on the comment if you want the goats, because I know people get annoyed by these damn goats. I love them, but whenever it's requested on the super chat, unless I know you, as far as like wanting the goats, then I'll drop the goats, no matter if you don't request it on the comment or not. But let's say, for example, Big Dog Pound 1. I don't know. I'm not sure if he likes the goats or not, but let's say he wants goats. Giant goats. Okay, actually, he does want goats. My bad. Okay, so if he drops a super chat, I gotta give him goats. But let's say, for example, there you go, Thick Bantha Boy. If he drops a super chat, he has to request the goats at this point. But anyway, let me see. What was the comment here? This is a good one. One should never collect to invest on anything. I am 58 years old and I collected baseball cards since I was a child. I still have those baseball cards. If you collect for investment, is a bad idea.
Well, I technically collect stocks. It's just, it's like baseball cards. When one's doing bad, I move it out for another.
Yeah, man. I don't want goats. I want boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
Prestige worldwide. Investors, maybe you.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you. Oh, God. I love that. I got to drop. Well, the thing is, it's copyrighted. That song is going to be copyrighted, so I can't really drop that clip.
Every time we pull in the port, we let loose the court.
Yep.
Call the people in the Middle East, because we ain't saying it.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I love that.
Because we don't want to get flagged.
Titan. ¿Qué pasa, raza? Puerto Rico, huepa. Damn, man. Loco Lu left. Man, it's all good. Boricua. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to end the stream now, but I think we already shared our thoughts about how we feel about Grails and the potential value and whatnot. The problem is, like I said before, Hot Toys is not what it used to be. As far as like their numbers with these figures, they can easily be found on there. Now you do have these rare pieces where it's hard to find certain Hot Toys, and that's why the value is still there. It's hard to find. And also like the figures like the Mark 6 or the Anakins, they were it was hard to get retail price after they were sold out. But it took long enough for the pre-orders actually the Anakin to sell out. It took very long. It took years, but then finally it got brought back. For not brought back, but the attention to it. Like, damn, this is a piece that the community felt that it needs to be a Grail, and that thing was just went skyrocketing in price. Everybody was trying to hunt it down. But at the end of the day, like CMB said earlier, you're the one that pretty much chooses which figure will be your Grail. Your collection could be your Grail at this point. Like, honestly, for me, I don't collect Grails. I don't hunt for Grails at this point. I collect what I love. And the figures I did pick up, like the Jin Urso, like the Yondu. Those are grails in the community, but I picked them up because I love them, because those are characters I enjoyed watching. Those are the characters I have a close bond with. With these films that capture these moments. That's why I love what I do. That's why I love to collect. I don't necessarily collect grails. I just collect what I love. So. But that's pretty much what it is. And I guess that's it, guys. I think we're pretty much done. Anything else before we head out?
No, I mean, again, thank you for joining us on the Saturday morning. Again, Nate will be guest starring tonight with Mafia, and he'll be doing a stream, a guest starring tomorrow with Denobi and potentially a few other people. So again, thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are with us. And again, just stay tuned. I know we've said it before, we'll be giving out some Sideshow gift cards in the future. We're still trying to figure out when we're going to shoot that video. Again, if you haven't hit the like button, please make sure you do. Make sure you beat the algorithm. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. In order to be entered into any contest, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. And if you've been here for a while, we actually give quite a bit of stuff out. I think we gave away at least 8 or 9 figures away last year, like 1/6 scale figures, and that's not including the other figures. Members have donated to give away, like Lane gave away a bunch of Black Series 112 figures, Star Wars, for our different contests. So ultimately, if you're a member here, you got a pretty decent shot of winning something when we do our contest. And again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you are. Anybody who hasn't, hit them over the head, tell them to subscribe, and if they're still not going to do it, knock them out and then hit subscribe on their YouTube page for you.
I was about to answer this, but Cigar's Bacon already answered it. You can send any and all donations to Nate. It goes to the channel, and thank you for any donations. We appreciate it. Yeah, pretty much the donations and then the super chats, they go back to Geekin Out, and then whatever, and then I send whatever to DonPrime whenever he needs to buy either ship out giveaways or buy little merch like those battle packs and stuff. So yeah, it does go right back to the community.
It's all a circle.
It's a circle. Yeah. But yeah, thanks. Thank you, Cigars Bacon. And also, guys, big dog pound 1 PO box. I do have a PO box, but if you having issues with setting up the PO box as far as shipping it out, just email me at GeekinOut, the Gmail GeekinOut.com. The link is down below, and also the email is in the actual channel itself. You want to go there, but the link is on the actual video here, on the description. So hit me up at geekinout@gmail.com on that. Actually, let me write it up here real quick because people probably will try and email the actual Geekin Out, but it's written differently.
Yeah, and another thing too, because I know people because I send a lot of stuff out from my address. I've had people randomly, they look at my returners and they've sent stuff to my mailbox. So again, you want to do that, you get some, that's fine, and then whatever I get for Nate, I'll just mail him or for everybody else. So again, we have different ways. If you guys want to send us stuff, definitely you can do that. Again, nothing is required, and everything you guys send us is much appreciated. Any fan mail we get will be reciprocated in kind. I know we've had contest winners, and they just randomly sent me stuff in the past to my mailbox, and for me and Nate, it's much appreciated.
Also, there's the Geekin Out Gmail right there, and also Big Dog Pound 1. Yes, thank you for the mention of the Geekin Out Shop. Big Artel, is that the one? Is that the?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
that's the one. I think that's one on the actual. Let me make sure, because there's 2 different Geekin Out shops. That's the one. Yeah, you're right. Yep. And wow, what happened to my shirts? Okay, so I gotta Don't worry about the shop. I need to redo the shop because the shirts aren't there. I think it's because they got removed when.
You mean we sold out of all our shirts? Wink, wink.
Funny. No. I need to put the shirts back on. It's only those container things, the bottles.
Yep.
So.
Which make great. Hey, those containers, the cops, like, we bought them. They're great. Just wait till we reload. But again, like, the coffee mug is not a coffee mug. It's actually like a camping canteen cup. So it's actually made of metal and it's like deceptively large. So again, we only offer quality products. We're not going to put anything on name that's cheap quality. We don't want to associate anything that's going to break ultimately.
Yeah. So I need to redo the store. I'm probably going to redo it this weekend on my drinkcation. So that should be fun. And then I'll probably do a stream next week because this week I'm going to be on. Today I'm going to be on Cisco Mafia, like Don said. I'm going to be on Denobi stream Sunday. So have a great weekend, guys. Collect responsibly. Also collect your way. Rule number 3 in Nate's rules: collect your way. All right. And remember, we're just simple collectors trying to make our way in this freaking gas. And may our weapons with you always. Later, guys. Peace out, guys. And you know what? I haven't used the Andor sacrifice in a while. So, what is my sacrifice, guys? Again, what is my sacrifice? And I feel it's everything. Everything. And where is my Andor sacrifice? Where is it? Where'd you go?
You sacrificed your sacrifice when you're clearing out?
Oh crap! Maybe I did. Oh no, there it is.
Anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight, that set me on a path from which there's no escape. I yearned to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost, and by the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet. What is my sacrifice? I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future. I burn my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. Now, the ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or the light of gratitude. So what do I sacrifice? Everything!